And that is the Tanager fight song. And that can mean one thing, it's football. Friday Night Lights here from the Dakota Dome. Lauren Lewis Field. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Jen Ashley as we are bringing you Tanager football on ESPN Radio 1015 AM 1570 KVTK, KVTK.com, and Vermillion streaming on YouTube. So it's week 2 of high school football, and we'll be kind of going through the games that are coming up, and we'll focus on this matchup. We have interviews with the coaches, and so it's going to be a good time, hopefully. If it's not, I'm sorry. But it's great to be inside. I tell you, I had people calling, ooh, you're going to be calling a hot one. I don't care how hot it is. It's nice and comfy in here. So we'll take it. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back and go over some of the we'll go over the South Dakota Prep Media Poll rankings after the week 1, and we'll look at some of the matchups from throughout the state. Then we'll kind of focus on the coaches and the teams. So on ESPN Radio 1015 AM 1570 KVTK and Vermillion streaming on YouTube, I'm Michael Schumacher, and we'll be back after these messages.
Blaine Olson, owner of Blaine's Body Shop in Vermillion. I grew up here, graduated here, and now have a business here. I'm proud to serve the community that has helped me live this dream. I have top-notch equipment, the latest in training, along with a work ethic and the desire to serve you. Should you need repairs in the future, please remember Blaine's Body Shop across from Polaris on the Highway 50 bypass in Vermillion.
Blaine's Body Shop. Blaine's Body Shop. Automotive collision repair.
Now online at blainesbodyshop.com.
Need a new set of tires? Look to Carlson's Body Shop in Beersford. How about some accessories like WeatherTech floor mats, access roll-up truck covers, bed liners, remote car starters, and thousands of other products. Hey, you can look at everything at your convenience online too at carlsonsbodyshop.com. No wonder the song says,
Bring it down to Carlson's Body Shop, your complete car care center.
Clay County Abstract and Title Company has a complex job that boils down to something very simple: helping you purchase your dream with confidence. When investing in a new home, a new site for your business, or piece of property, you want peace of mind that the property is truly yours. Clay County Abstract and Title Company has been doing just that since 1946. Clay County Abstract and Title Company, proud supporters of Vermillion activities and proud to be a part of your dreams come true.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new home for your family, you want to sell your existing home, or you're a student looking to rent an apartment, Dakota Realty and Property Management can fit your needs. Being locally owned and with over 150 years of combined experience, they are the experts at helping you find your new home. Go to Dakota Realty and Property Management because they like what they do. Dakota Realty is a proud supporter of Vermillion Athletics. Dakota Realty and Property Management, located at 125 East Cherry Street, Vermillion.
Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too. For future employment, no experience necessary, we will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook.
Interior technicians.
I'm ready for my big role, Jerry.
What do you mean?
You said I'd be in your next 30 commercials.
No. I said Intech has over 30 years of commercial cleaning experience. Like offices, so they can ensure happy visitors and a healthy workforce.
So the shoot's in an office? I can make that work.
Oh my goodness. When you need it clean, call the Intech team.
Welcome back to the Dakota Dome in Vermillion, South Dakota. Lauren Lewis Field, home of not only the USD Coyotes, but the Vermillion Tanagers. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Jen Ashley. Well, before we get into this game, let's take a look at the South Dakota Prep media poll from this most recent week. Well, first we'll take a look at Class 11A, where Dell Rapids remains in first with 23 first-place votes, and they are 1-0. And West Central at 1-0 is in second with no first-place votes. And then Canton moves up from fourth into third at 1-0 with one first-place vote. Then Dakota Valley moves from fifth to fourth after defeating this Vermillion Tanager team 21-0 last week at Dakota Valley. And then in fifth, Sioux Falls Christian at 0-1 falls from third into fifth. And receiving votes, you have this Lennox Orioles team as well as Madison. Now we go over to 11 AAA. You have Lincoln on top, remaining in the top spot with 20 first-place votes at 1-0. Jefferson moves from fourth into second after defeating Harrisburg, and Jefferson received 4 first-place votes. O'Gorman at 1-0 moves from fifth into third. Harrisburg falls from second to fourth, and Brandon Valley falls from third into fifth. They're both 0-1. In Class 11 AA, Pierre receives 23 first-place votes to be at the top spot. T-Area remains in second with 1 first-place vote. Yankton remains in third after that brilliant performance against Mitchell. So Yankton is 1-0. They are facing Spearfish today, and you will be hearing them here later. Watertown is number 4, and they are after receiving votes last week. And then those Spearfish Spartans that are in Yankton tonight were receiving votes last week. They are now in 5th place in the poll. Also receiving votes, Aberdeen Central, Huron, Sturgis, and Brookings. Now in 11B, you have Winner remaining in the top spot. They're 2-0 with 19 first-place votes. You have Elk Point Jefferson remaining in second with 5 first-place votes. Sioux Valley in third at 2-0. Bridgewater Emory Ethan at 2-0 remains in fourth. And Hot Springs at 2-0 remains in fifth. Receiving votes, Dual, Woonsocket, Wessington Springs, Sanborn Central, along with Tri-Valley. In Class 9 AA, Parkston jumps from third up to first. Hamlin jumps from fourth into second. They have 9 first-place votes. Parkston had 13 first-place votes. In third, Howard, they fall from first into third. They still received 2 first-place votes at 1-1. Elkton Lake Benton went from receiving votes into fourth at 2-0, and Wall at 1-1 falls from second into fifth. Receiving votes, Stanley County, Bon Home, Freeman, Marion, Freeman Academy. And if you watched earlier, Freeman, Marion, Freeman Academy they were on 5-star streaming as they faced off and hosted the Avon Pirates. That was on 5-star streaming, brought to you by, and that game was called by Zach Spear along with Liz Marshall. And Freeman, Marion, Freeman Academy defeated Avon 52-18. Now Avon, they're going to be mentioned here later in the prep poll. In 9A, you had Woolsey Wessington with 14 first-place votes, moved from third into first at 2-0. Warner remains in second with 8 first-place votes. Canastota moves from fourth into third with 2 first-place votes. And Gregory falls from first to fourth at 0-1. Harding County Bison remain at fifth at 2-0, also receiving votes Phillip, Castlewood, and Chester area. In 9B, Falkton area with 24 first-place votes moves from fourth into first. DeSmet remains in second at 1-1. Avon at 2-0 was receiving votes. Now we'll see how that defeat at the hands of Freeman, Marion, Freeman Academy will affect their ranking. Hitchcock Tulare, they fell from first into fourth at 1-1. Del Rapids St. Mary fell from third into fifth at 1-1. Receiving votes, Harriet Selby area, Potter County, Corsica Stickney, and Arlington. So those are your prep media poll for this week, for August 28th. So let's take a look at the games that we have coming up today. And we'll start in 11A. In 11A, you have receiving votes, Tri-Valley versus Custer, and that's in Tri-Valley. Dakota Valley travels to Chamberlain. Chamberlain fell to this Lennox Orioles team last week by a score of 40-27. Madison faces Millbank, and that's at Dakota State University, so that's in Madison. That Millbank team, that is who the Tanagers will face next week. Then Lakota Tech is hosting Hot Springs, 5th-ranked Hot Springs. Del Rapids is hosting Belfouche. Sioux Falls Christian is hosting West Central, and Beersford is hosting Canton. In 11 AAA, O'Gorman leads Sioux Falls Roosevelt with 5 minutes left in the third, 54-20. Sioux Falls Jefferson and Sioux Falls Washington will battle later. And those scores are brought to you by the Carlson's Body Shop scoreboard. And as we do a Vermillion Medical Clinic look around the state, in 11 AA, Huron will be hosting Watertown. Pierre will be hosting Brookings. Yankton, as I mentioned earlier, will be hosting Spearfish, and Sturgis will be hosting Mitchell, and T-Area will be hosting Aberdeen Central. In 11B, you have, again, that Tri-Valley hosting Custer, Winner hosting Webster, Trip Delmont Armor, Andes Central Dakota Christian is hosting Mount Vernon Plankinton, and that is in Trip. Now, Jen, do you remember what's significant about Andes Central?
I don't remember.
Andes Central was the feeder school. That's where all of the kids from Pickstown ended up going. So who did that include?
Mom.
Exactly. In the class of 1969, one Linda Harvey ended up going to Andes Central for her final year of school. Now, like I've said, she was a bit of a malcontent. She missed a lot of school, from what I have been told, but she graduated, so she is technically an Andes Central Golden Eagle alum, but I don't think she would consider herself that. So that is Andes Central as part of that Trip Delmont Andes Central Dakota Christian operation. So that's my Pickstown shout out for today. And then Dakota Hills will be hosting Groton area, Clark Willow Lake hosting Bridgewater Emory Ethan, Rapid City Christian hosting St. Thomas More. That St. Thomas More team is going to be interesting to watch. This is the first season ever without Wayne Sullivan at the helm. Sioux Valley and Elk Point Jefferson, probably the matchup of the night. Then Baltic and McCook Central Montrose, Flandreau hosting Parker, Lakota Tech hosting Hot Springs, Miller Highmore Herald hosting Scotland Menno, Dual hosting Sisseton, Lee Deadwood hosting Hill City, and then Aberdeen Roncalli hosting Redfield. And 9-man, Freeman Marion Freeman Academy defeated Avon 52-18. Wolsey Wessington and Parkston will be facing off later. Those are two top-ranked teams. Jones County hosts White River. Dupree hosts Stanley County. Leola Frederick area hosts Northwestern. Elkton Lake Benton hosting Bon Holm. Waverly South Shore versus Britton Hecla. Great Plains Lutheran versus Dubrook area. Kimball White Lake versus Howard. Viborg Hurley versus Canastota. And Hamlin versus Garrettson. Gregory hosting Platte Geddes at Gorilla Stadium. Ipswich hosting Warner. Bennett County hosting Phillip. New Underwood hosting Wall. In 9A, Hitchcock Tulare defeated Iroquois Lake Preston earlier today, 62-8. Timber Lake will be hosting Newell. Corsica Stickney will be hosting Oldham Ramona Rutland. Centerville and Irene Wakanda will face off. Leola Frederick area versus Northwestern. Waverly South Shore and Britton Hecla. Castlewood and Arlington. Kadoka area and Lyman. Alcester, Hudson, and Burke. Ipswich and Warner. Faith and Harding County Bison and Bennett County will be hosting Phillip. And then in 9B, Sully Buttes and Sunshine Academy. Sully Buttes defeated Sunshine Bible Academy 62-32. Corsica Stickney and Oldham Ramona Rutland. Faulkton area hosting Potter County. And DeSmet hosting Del Rapids St. Mary. Lemon McIntosh versus Harriet Selby area. And New Underwood hosting Wall. So that's your look around the state, brought to you by the Vermillion Medical Clinic. We'll be back after these messages on ESPN Radio 1015 AM 1570 KVTK, KVTK.com, and Vermillion streaming on YouTube. This is your Midwest Ready Mix pregame show.
Knutson Family Dentistry in Vermillion, they strive to provide the highest quality patient-centered dental care in a friendly, relaxing atmosphere. Knutson Family Dentistry works hard to provide the best cosmetic, general, and emergency dental treatment in the area. With over 50 years of combined dental experience, the latest dental technology, and a professional and compassionate staff, they're your top choice for dental care. Call for an appointment at 605-857-8008. Knutson Family Dentistry of Vermillion.
You are self-motivated, accountable, and eager to learn new skills. We'd love to talk to you about a rock star career. Masaba in Vermillion is hiring full and part-time manufacturing positions for the rock industry. Masaba provides comprehensive training in a clean, safe, and state-of-the-art facility. Masaba offers competitive wages, a fun and interesting work environment and culture. Join our team of rock stars. Visit masabainc.com to learn more.
Midwest Ready Mix Equipment is your locally owned and operated ready mix company. Their specialty, 6x6 front discharge mixer trucks that allows for better placement of concrete and ease of use. Midwest Ready Mix Equipment offers the highest quality of concrete products and aggregates, and also a full-service dealer for low-gun equipment featuring telehandlers, excavators, and ASV track skid loaders for purchase or rent. Midwest Ready Mix Equipment, East Highway 50, Vermillion.
Your crew is craving Pizza Ranch? It's easy to order online at pizzaranch.com. Online ordering makes it fast and easy to order craveable crispy ranch chicken or build your favorite pizza exactly how you like it. And now, for even more convenience, place your favorite order with just one tap. So when you're craving pizza or the country's best chicken, go to pizzaranch.com and start your order. For craveable food and convenient online ordering, there's so much to love at Pizza Ranch.
For the Perks card from Pump and Pack? Well, guess what? There's an addition, not just a card, it's an app. The Pump and Perks app and the Pump and Perks card from Pump and Pack, Vermillion. Just go to their Facebook page, Pump and Pack, and scan the QR code and you're in. Or go to the store, Pump and Pack, and get the card. Then download the app. Each one does the same thing, like give you 5 cents off per gallon every day, except for Sunday, it's doubled with the Perks card from Pump and Pack, Vermillion.
Welcome to Runnings in Vermillion. Shop their great lineup of clothes for women, names like Ariat and Carhartt for men, boots and shoes and kids clothing. Runnings has a large supply of animal food and accessories. Love the outdoors? See the selection of ammo, firearms, and fishing equipment. For everything you need, walk through the doors at Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store, Vermillion.
Sherco in Vermillion is a full-service service center. Sherco LLC is an industry-leading supplier of tarp systems to the transportation industry and is located in Vermillion, South Dakota. Sherco Vermillion supports their customers in the agricultural, construction, waste, and flatbed markets. Become a part of the Sherco team. Go to sure-co.com, about us/careers. Demand the best. Demand Sherco.
Visit our sleep experts at the Yankton Slumberland. With over 50 mattresses to choose from, we carry every price, free financing options, and the most trusted brands in the nation like Stearns & Foster, Sealy, and Tempur-Pedic. Snoring or lower back pain tormenting you? Seek relief with an adjustable power base. Fall asleep faster and cooler with our sheets and pillow selection. With a 120-night sleep trial, you can't make a mistake. See us today at the Yankton Slumberland, 2401 Broadway.
Welcome back to the Dakota Dome in Vermillion, South Dakota, home of the Vermillion Tanagers. Oh, and that one team, the USD Coyotes, that's right. Now, today is September 1st. Now, I know I'm not telling you anything you didn't already know, but in case you forgot, 216 years ago today, what happened, Jen?
I don't know.
Aaron Burr was acquitted of treason. So, yeah. So, huzzah, huzzah, a 20-pound note for the king. All right. Well, I don't think he came for history, even though Aaron Burr rocks. Let's talk a little football. So I had a chance to sit down with Lennox's new head coach, Sean Flanagan. He had it was a brief interview, but let's take a listen to what Coach Flanagan had to say about his team and what he's hoping to expect from his squad tonight. Here's Coach Flanagan of the Lennox Orioles.
We're back with our coaches conversation, and on the line we have Coach Flanagan of the Lennox Orioles, the 1-0 Lennox Orioles after defeating Chamberlain decisively on Friday. Coach Flanagan, how does it feel to get that first win under your belt last week?
It feels really good. I thought the boys played really hard. We made a couple mistakes, offense, defense, special teams, but was able to, tie ball game at 14-14 at halftime, come back and, win with a victory with a couple touchdowns. It was good.
Well, that is great, and this week, you get on the road and you're traveling to the Dakota Dome. You play a team that you're familiar with in the Tanagers. But, of course, every season is new. There's a bunch of new kind of lead players for the Tanagers. How do you prepare for a game like this so early in the season?
Really just kind of focus on ourselves and making sure we're fundamentally sound in all phases of the game. Correcting some mistakes we made last week against Chamberlain, not dwelling on it, but making sure we fix those things so we get ready for Vermillion.
Okay. Now, on your team, what are some names we're going to hear? Who are some of your leaders, whether they're captains, leaders statistically, or even just leaders, emotionally? Who are some players that you really lean on out there?
I would say we got a really strong senior class. All the kids are seniors. We got about 9 of them. Really step up and lead the team and take us in the right direction. So the seniors are doing a great job of really setting the tone of practice and setting high expectations and standards throughout the season.
Well, that's great. And you kind of talked about it. You kind of focus on yourselves and what you can do. And every coach goes in, obviously the ultimate goal is a victory. But, that doesn't always happen. And what are some benchmarks that you look for, whether it's, across the season, game to game, or even in-game improvements where you can see that, okay, they're getting it now? Are there certain things that you look for that to also be considered a success?
The biggest thing is we want to see a lot of effort, in practice and really good attitudes in practice in the game and high energy. And when that happens, no matter what, you're going to get better. Some simple things like earlier in the year, we're making some simple mistakes in some plays. Obviously, we want those mistakes to go down as they come. We don't expect players to be perfect all the time, but just strive to be as perfect as they can and not repeat the same mistake over and over again.
All right. Well, that is great. Well, I just kind of wanted to get a baseline of your team. I want to thank you for taking the time to talk with me today, and best of luck against the Vermillion Tanagers.
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks for having us.
Save means you're sort of protecting yourself. My mom and dad told me how to be safe. It's like super duper important. Hold a grown-up's hands. Put a helmet on because you might hurt your head super duper bad.
Protect their future by protecting yours with your local State Farm agent, Dick Sund.
Get the finest wood in the neighborhood. Down at the lumberyard. Down at the lumberyard.
But it's not just wood at the lumberyard. With a wide variety of quality building materials, the folks at the lumberyard can help you with all of your project needs. Whether it be paint, siding, cabinets, windows, or of course lumber, the lumberyard is ready to help. The best wood in the neighborhood at the lumberyard, 1000 West Cherry Street in Vermillion.
You ready to start a career with an exciting team? ThermoBond is looking to add to our team of experts. We offer competitive wages, a positive work environment, and on-the-job training. ThermoBond is headquartered in Elk Point, South Dakota, and for over 30 years we've been providing lightweight and precast solutions for multiple industries nationwide. Check us out and see if you'd like to start a new career with us today.
Todd's Electric, your full-service electrical contracting company. Todd's Electric services residential, commercial, agricultural, and industrial customers. From the simplest service call to the most complex design build project, Todd's Electric has the expertise to do it right. Call Todd's Electric for all your electrical needs. Todd's Electric, helping you control all things electric. Except for lightning. Todd's Electric. Go Tanagers.
Last week, a guy walked into the UPS store in Vermillion. He did not notice the copiers, the printers, the mailboxes, the banners, the posters, not even the business and shipping supplies. It was like he had blinders on. Hi, this is Jay with the UPS store in Vermillion. Many people don't see everything we have to offer when they stop by the UPS store to ship their packages. They miss all the things we have, like printing, designing. We even offer notary services here at the UPS store, located on Cherry Street in Vermillion.
In a situation like this, the first thing you do, of course, is make sure everybody's okay. And then you're thinking, you better call your insurance person. No, just call Justin. At Vermillion Auto Works, you see Justin handles all the insurance claims and gives free quotes. Not everybody does the free quote thing anymore, you know. So call Justin at Vermillion Auto Works. He'll take care of the situation. Carrying WeatherTech, Rough Country, and Tuxedo. Vermillion Auto Works.
Welcome back to the Dakota Dome in beautiful Vermillion, South Dakota. H. Lauren Lewis Field, home of the USD Coyotes and the Vermillion Tanagers. USD, hard-fought game last night against SEC's Missouri Tigers. It's hard to, I don't know that anybody gave USD a chance, but it was a great first game for the season for them. So kudos to Coach Nielsen. And the rest of the team. A lot of new coaches for the Coyotes. And so, as always, 5-Star Communications, Classic Hits 106.3 and KVHT. We're proud to be the flagship station for Coyote Athletics. Well, we just heard from Coach Flanagan. And so let's take time. And I did have a moment to sit down with Coach O'Boyle. Now, we didn't get a chance to talk to him after the Dakota Valley game, which is probably okay. I think there was a little frustration. There were some things left on the field, and I think he felt like there were some missed opportunities. You know, you get shut out, but you know you're really in it. That has to be a little frustrating. So we did have a chance to sit down and talk with Coach O'Boyle, and here is that interview.
Welcome back to our Coaches Conversation. On the line, we have Coach O'Boyle of the Vermillion Tanagers. Coach, we're into the season. How are you feeling today?
Having a great day. We're having a good week here in Vermillion. We've had a great start to our school year, so my duties as a principal have been everything smooth and really liking our attitude after a disappointing opener with the football team. Our kids have done a great job bouncing back with attitude and effort at practice. So, Mike, I think you're going to see our fans are going to see a completely different product this Friday night.
Well, and that is right. You know, you come off a disappointing loss, travel down to Dakota Valley and get shut out. But, you know, just watching the game, it wasn't anything where it wasn't a dominant. You weren't necessarily dominated. It was just little things here and there that it seemed like if you could clean this up or clean that up in a big play here and there, and it's a completely different ball game. Is that something you noticed as well?
We sure did. You know, it's a matter of, you know, we just didn't finish plays, whether that be on the offensive side of things or bring ball carriers down. You know, we gave up 3 touchdowns, but that was, you know, the offense. We block our own punt, and that was a tough deal on a 4th down and short. And I don't know. After you watch film, I probably thinking about going for that one, have a chance to do it again. But we block our own punt and then give up a big play right after that. They kind of set us back, and we seem to move the ball, but then find ways to go backwards for whatever reason. And it just, you know, it was a strange opening night. It was a strange feel. We were certainly in the football game. We give up 3 touchdown runs and where we missed tackles, so it wasn't wasn't a thing that we were out of position by any means. So it's just a matter of finishing plays and believing in your teammates. And, I'm not sure we had great hustle all the time to the football, whether that be on the offensive side blocking or on the defensive side rallying to make a tackle, make sure the ball carrier's down. So those things we've ironed out, watched on film, and I think our kids have a pretty good mindset.
Well, and that is good. And that, we always talk about, obviously, victory is your ultimate goal whenever you're heading into any game. But you also look for that progress, in-game progress, but also game-to-game progress. And if you're able to make those adjustments and have those teachable moments, and in the next game you see that improvement, that's a victory in itself.
Oh, absolutely. It's all about improvement. And, there's an old cliche, you see the most improvement in a football team between weeks 1 and 2. Kids get a flavor of what it takes game speed wise and effort wise. So, we're certainly hopeful that we get off to a better start. We need a good first quarter. We need to find the end zone, like every football team that's going to win a game. And so that's the effort we're getting right now. We really feel good about what's transpired on the practice field and what we're doing.
Well, and that is the biggest thing, is making those improvements. Now, offensively, you mentioned it. You were actually able to move the ball. It just felt like there were, something would happen and maybe defeat yourself a little bit, a penalty here or there, or just all of a sudden a bad play. And because total yardage, they didn't outgain you by a dramatic amount. So your takeaway offensively, what were some positives that you felt you could take away from last Friday?
Oh, shoot. We really, I thought up front, our inside 3 kids played very, very well with Raleigh and Bolton and Ethan Carter. I thought, our guards to center were very, very good all night. We had some breakdowns at tackles a little bit, but even Michael and Wyatt did a good job. And we ran the football very well. I was very pleased with Ryan Chapman, our sophomore tailback. I thought, he had 88 yards on 18 carries. Those are things you win football games with. We're going to ride him a little more. We were pleasantly surprised at our ability to move the ball on the ground. We kind of thought we'd do a better job in the air than what we did. So all those things shake out to, the ultimate deal is you got to find the end zone. And that's, unfortunately, we were short in that regard. And that's the goal.
Well, and Ryan Chapman was a bit of at least to me, a surprise. I was surprised he really had some hard-nosed running, kept driving the legs, really tried to finish those plays off, and it really showed, coming off of last year, Jeremy Crow was going to be a hard player to replace. And I thought Ryan showed himself really well on Friday, and I thought that was really one of the bright spots of the night.
Yeah, that's and we felt the very same way. After film study proves that he's a good kid, and he's a very hard worker, and he's only going to get better being a sophomore. We're just pleased that we have kids like him around. He's got good classmates in his sophomore class, and Hayden, the quarterback, and we're battling a little bit of the flu bug this week. We've had 4 guys out with a stomach bug, so we hope that takes care of itself before Friday. But we're getting a lot of reps, and we like where we are.
Well, and that is good. And your young quarterback Hayden Christopherson, I thought he showed himself pretty well as well. Didn't seem to get too rattled back there. It kind of jumps off what we had talked about leading into week 1, that the experience he got last year was going to pay off this year, and I think that showed in game 1.
Well, I would concur with that completely. He pulled the ball down. I loved his decisions to tuck it and run. That just gives us another angle and another edge as far as having a defense get ready. You've got a good tailback and then a quarterback that can make a read and pull the ball and run it well. So, we're happy with the development. Yeah, very happy with the development there.
Now, Zone Robinson, heading into the season, is pretty highly touted. He's coming off a great year last year. Is trying to get him more involved something that you guys are going to look for this week, or is it just kind of seeing how the flow of the game goes?
No. He's certainly a kid that has to be involved for us to be as dangerous as we'd like to be. But sometimes coverage and what the defense aligns themselves in takes that away. And I thought, I think Dakota Valley was mindful of where zone was. We're going to look to him still, and we feel like he has to have at least 10 touches a game. We went at him 6 times last Friday, so that's not enough. So, yeah, Mike, I think that you've read that correctly. Our kids have to we have to have the ball in the hands of our playmakers, and he's certainly one of them, and he's a dangerous kid at any point in time he touches the football. And he's going to work harder to get some separation, and we're going to reap the benefits of that.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing that. Now, your opponent, Lennox, defeated Chamberlain, and again, early in the season, it's always hard to gauge victories. You don't know what teams are like, but they put over 40 points on the board. So is that something that you look at? What are some concerns that you have heading into this game with the Lennox Orioles, who are receiving some votes in the most recent prep media poll, which I don't vote in right away because I have no clue. It's just kind of throwing mud on a wall. So
I would agree with that.
You kind of read into it what you will, but what are some concerns and opportunities that you see as you head into this game with Lennox?
Well, I think they're a good football team. They're pretty balanced. They try to move the ball through the air and try to establish a throwing game to set up a running game. It seems as if they count the box to see if they're going to run outside zone or throw the football. Certainly have good receivers, and brought a quarterback in from the new coach's old school. He kind of brought a transfer portal guy, if you will, with him. And so the kid knows the offense, and he's good thrower, has good feet. Coach Flanagan has been successful in the past and at where he's been, and they certainly have our attention, and we have to be attention to detail to see where their big receivers lines up and what their intentions are. So we're going to we'll have our hands full that side, but we feel good about our plan.
Well, good. Well, Coach, I am looking forward to week 2. I'm looking forward to seeing the improvement in this team because I think there was a great foundation from last week. And so I think the Tanager fans are going to be in for a treat. Anything else you'd like to say before I let you go?
No, Mike, I sure appreciate what you guys do in the coverage, and it's a great situation and relationship we have with the radio station, and we certainly are looking forward to having a happy Tanager Nation this Saturday morning.
Well, that sounds great. Well, Coach, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me. You have yourself a great rest of the day, and roll damn Tanagers. That was our coach's conversation with Coach Tom O'Boyle of the Vermillion Tanagers here on ESPN Radio 101.5 AM 1570 KVTK, KVTK.com, and Vermillion streaming on YouTube.
Vermillion Medical Clinic has an ongoing mission to provide areas with quality health care and convenient access to medical professionals. Our patients at Vermillion Medical Clinic value our dedicated primary care physicians, compassionate PAs, and consistently scheduled outreach specialty care. If you have health questions, need a screening, or have medical concerns for yourself or family members, call us for an appointment or visit VermillionMedicalClinic.com. So much care, so close to home.
If you're looking for the perfect fit, Vermillion Vision Care Associates fits like the right pair of glasses. Vision Care Associates has its roots in family eye care, and the doctors are well known for being primary eye care providers. With the ability to treat and diagnose a variety of settings, Vermillion Vision Care Associates is the right fit for you. Plus, they can fit you into a new pair of glasses, sunglasses, or contacts that feel just right. With continuing education, see the best doctors at Vermillion Vision Care Associates.
Federal Credit Union, we believe in and giving back to the community that supports us. That's why our employees make it a priority to volunteer their time and talents to make a difference. Whether it's improving local causes, fighting hunger, or supporting our local zoo, our team is dedicated to making a positive impact in the lives of those around us. We're more than just a financial institution. We're a part of the community, working together to make it a better place for everyone. Your community, your credit union. Voyage Federal Credit Union.
It's worse than having to spend all day at the laundromat. A lot of them are hot, sticky, and smell bad. In Vermillion, you want to avoid that situation. Yuck. Eastgate Maytag Laundry is super clean and open 24 hours a day. Eastgate has super giant 60-pound washers and giant 70-pound dryers to make your wash day fly by. Eastgate is also located near many local restaurants if you want to grab a quick bite. Next time your laundry is piled up, pile into Eastgate Maytag Laundry, located next to Jimmy John's on Cherry Street in Vermillion.
The first bank in South Dakota was the easy part, earning the confidence of local farmers, helping families account for their dreams, and securing the future for countless businesses took us a little longer. We owe it to the hard workers, big dreamers, and forward thinkers out there. Thank you for making South Dakota a great place to call home.
Pied Piper, the sign says it all. Flowers and gifts. The store is bustling with something new all the time. There are flowers for any occasion, weddings, anniversary, birthday, or just to say I love you. There's coffee, soups, dips, and sweets. Need to give someone a chuckle? The socks say it all. Home decor, candles, jewelry, memorial items are all found at your gift store of Pied Piper Flowers and Gifts, corner of 15th and Broadway in Yankton. You can also shop online, and best of all, we deliver too.
Eliminate the wait when your furnace and AC needs repair by joining Larry's Heating and Cooling, Comfort Care, and Elite Care Club. Larry's Comfort Care Club features seasonal maintenance discounts on service and no overtime charges. Larry's Elite Club includes seasonal maintenance, free parts, free labor, free service calls, and both mean you are in front of the line for service. Call Larry's Heating and Cooling and sign up for the Comfort Care or Elite Care Club. Larry's Heating and Cooling, Yankton and Vermillion.
Nice.
Maytag appreciates a compliment, but this Maytag washer isn't just eye candy.
Wow.
Inside, it's got the capacity and power to handle even the mightiest loads.
I love this.
Yeah, she's a beaut.
It's a he.
How do you know?
Don't worry about it.
Find Maytag products and the industry's best appliances at your local dealer. Murph's Appliance, downtown Vermillion.
Looking for nub in all the wrong places. Looking for nub and so... Oh, sorry. Welcome back to the Dakota Dome in Vermillion, South Dakota. I'm Michael Schumacher, alongside Jen Ashley at H. Lauren Lewis Field, home of the Vermillion Tanagers and the South Dakota Coyotes. Well, we've heard from both coaches. Let's take a look at stats. Last week, as we mentioned, Lennox defeated Chamberlain 40-27. In that game, started off in the scoring was started off by Chamberlain, scored on a 28-yard pass, and passing is going to be something that you'll hear a lot against this Lennox defense, so it might be something that comes up later. And then the Orioles completed a 30-yard pass, failed on the two-point conversion, trailed 7-6. They then scored on a 16-yard pass, failed on the two-point conversion, led 12-7. Chamberlain scored on a 49-yard pass and converted their point after touchdown, made it 14-12. Then Lennox scored on a 14-yard pass and made their two-point conversion, scored on a 1-yard run in the third quarter, failed on the two-point conversion. That made it 26-14. Then Chamberlain scored a touchdown on a 79-yard pass, made the score 26-21. And to end the third quarter, Lennox scored on a 2-yard touchdown pass, failed on the two-point conversion, made it 32-21. Then in the fourth quarter, only one touchdown scored. That was a 27-yard touchdown pass and a two-point conversion, making it 40-21. And then finally, sorry, I didn't flip the page. Chamberlain scored on an 81-yard touchdown pass with a failed two-point conversion, 40-27. Total plays, Lennox ran 99, Chamberlain 34. Total yards, Lennox 428, Chamberlain 367. Passing yards. Now here's the huge difference. 314 for Lennox, 397 for Chamberlain. Now you might have been thinking, but they only had 367 total yards. Yep, because rushing yards, Lennox dominated 114 to -30. So we'll see if Ryan Chapman's able to overcome that rush defense of Lennox, but we'll analyze Vermillion here in a moment. So leading the offense for Lennox will be Boston Katzer, their 6'4" junior quarterback. He was 35 of 54 for 314 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. He was also their leading rusher, 11 rushing attempts for 56 yards, 1 touchdown. And he was joined by Corbin Hanneman, another junior, 5'10" running back with 10 rushes for 38 yards. And the rest of the team had 10 rushes for 20 yards. In receiving, Porter Enan, the USD basketball commit, had 13 receptions for 123 yards, 1 touchdown. And then Chase Folds, the 5'11" junior wide receiver, had 7 receptions for 96 yards. And they were joined by Drake Mickelson, who had 2 receptions for 3 yards. The rest of the team had 13 receptions for 92 yards. And then for Chamberlain, their quarterback was 10 of 18 for 397. So a lot of big plays. So we're going to see if Hayden Christofferson can take advantage of that. We'll take a look at the Vermillion stats after this 2-minute timeout on ESPN Radio 101.5 AM 1570 KVTK, KVTK.com, and Vermillion streaming on YouTube.
Your invitation to thrive in Yankton, South Dakota. Nestled on the bluffs of the Missouri River, plenty of outdoor adventures are waiting. Whether you work remote or in a traditional office, we have a spot for you. Quality healthcare, diverse manufacturing, progressive school system, Mount Marty University, and so much more. Explore with family and friends. Let's thrive together.
If you're considering a new roof, you want to put your roof in the hands of Dave's Roofing. Dave's Roofing specializes in residential roofing and has over 10 years of experience. Dave's Roofing covers any job from a 60 to 80 mile radius of Sioux City and has a 10-man crew that completes most jobs in one day. Dave's Roofing will make sure the cleanup job is done right afterwards too. And the products installed are impact rated and eligible for homeowners insurance discounts. Look up Dave's Roofing on Facebook and check out the work that's been done and customer testimonials.
Blaine Olson, owner of Blaine's Body Shop in Vermillion. I grew up here, graduated here, and now have a business here. I'm proud to serve the community that has helped me live this dream. I have top-notch equipment, the latest in training, along with a work ethic and the desire to serve you. Should you need repairs in the future, please remember Blaine's Body Shop across from Polaris on the Highway 50 bypass in Vermillion.
Blaine's Body Shop. Blaine's Body Shop. Automotive collision repair.
Now online at blainesbodyshop.com.
Need a new set of tires? Look to Carlson's Body Shop in Beersford. How about some accessories like WeatherTech floor mats, access roll-up truck covers, bed liners, remote car starters, and thousands of other products. Hey, you can look at everything at your convenience online too at carlsonsbodyshop.com. No wonder the song says,
Bring it down to Carlson's Body Shop, your complete car care center.
Welcome back to the Dakota Dome in Vermillion, South Dakota, home of the USD Coyotes and the Vermillion Tanagers. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Jen Ashley. I've been called the prettiest man in radio, but that's only when my mom's around. So we are so happy to be here with you. We're so happy to be bringing you Tanager athletics this season. We just looked at the Lennox Orioles and their statistics. Let's take a look at the Tanagers. Now, the Tanagers just could not quite get off the schneid last week. They'd moved the ball, and so you're going to hear some numbers, but they just couldn't quite get over the hump. So passing-wise, Hayden Christopherson, again, Dakota Valley defeated Vermillion 21-0. The sophomore quarterback for Vermillion, Hayden Christopherson, was 11 of 21 for 72 yards. He was also the second leading rusher with 9 rushes for 21 yards. Connor Peterson had 3 rushes for 18 yards. And Ryan Chapman looks like he could be the Jeremy Crow replacement. 18 carries, 88 yards. So overall, 30 carries for 127 yards, 4.2 tilt. And for wide receivers, for receptions, Zone Robinson had 2 receptions for 8 yards. A lot of schemes to stop Zone Robinson, and they were quite successful. Connor Rohrig, 2 receptions, 12 yards. Braden Bickett, 1 reception, 16 yards. And Connor Peterson, 6 receptions, 36 yards. The thing to watch, though, Connor Peterson had a couple of what could only be described as drops, where he just started looking downfield too soon. And so we'll see if that was something that maybe got addressed after watching film. Just make sure, hey, even if you only get the 2 yards, get the completion, and get turned around. So not a horrible offensive night, almost 200 yards in offense. In the special teams, Caleb Lara had 1 return for 7 yards. Elijah Lara, 1 return for 30 yards. And then kick returns, Zone Robinson 1 for 9. And then Raleigh French had 1 kickoff for 48 yards. So it'll be interesting to see if Christopherson and Robinson and Rohrig and Peterson will try to connect and take advantage of. Obviously seems like there might be a weakness in that passing defense of Lennox. But of course, on the flip side, Vermillion's defense gave up quite a bit of rushing to Dakota Valley. So will that rushing game of Lennox that rushed for 114 yards last week, will that become more prominent and become an issue for this Vermillion team? You know, as we look, we will continue to bring you the athletics, Vermillion Tanager athletics. Sorry, I had a little bit of a brain freeze there. I apologize. But so, you know, we were in Dakota Valley last week. Next week, we will be in Millbank, and that is a 6 p.m. start in Millbank. And then the next week, we will be at home against West Central, and then we'll be in Custer. Now, Jen's not going to be in Millbank or Custer, so hey, if anyone wants to join me on a road trip, especially on that Custer one, because I got to be in Custer Friday night, and then I'm hitting the road for the Twin Cities on Saturday, because I'm going to see the Twins play the Angels for my first ever game at Target Field. Then Vermillion will play Chamberlain on the 29th, Canton on the 6th, in Canton, in Madison on the 13th, and then home against Belle Fourche on Thursday, the 19th. So that's the upcoming schedule for the Tanagers. We'll be back after this timeout on ESPN Radio 101.5 AM 1570 KVTK, KVTK.com, and Vermillion streaming on YouTube.
Clay County Abstract and Title Company has a complex job that boils down to something very simple: helping you purchase your dream with confidence. When investing in a new home, a new site for your business, or piece of property, you want peace of mind that the property is truly yours. Clay County Abstract and Title Company has been doing just that since 1946. Clay County Abstract and Title Company, proud supporters of Vermillion activities and proud to be a part of your dreams come true.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new home for your family, you want to sell your existing home, or you're a student looking to rent an apartment, Dakota Realty and Property Management can fit your needs. Being locally owned and with over 150 years of combined experience, they are the experts at helping you find your new home. Go to Dakota Realty and Property Management because they like what they do. Dakota Realty is a proud supporter of Vermillion Athletics. Dakota Realty and Property Management, located at 125 East Cherry Street, Vermillion.
Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too for future employment. No experience necessary. We will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook.
Interior technicians.
I'm ready for my big role, Jerry.
What do you mean?
You said I'd be in your next 30 commercials.
No. I said Intech has over 30 years of commercial cleaning experience. You know, like offices, so they can ensure happy visitors and a healthy workforce.
So the shoot's in an office? I can make that work.
Oh my goodness. When you need it clean, call the Intech team.
Knutson Family Dentistry in Vermillion, they strive to provide the highest quality patient-centered dental care in a friendly, relaxing atmosphere. Knutson Family Dentistry works hard to provide the best cosmetic, general, and emergency dental treatment in the area. With over 50 years of combined dental experience, the latest dental technology, and a professional and compassionate staff, they're your top choice for dental care. Call for an appointment at 605-857-8008. Knutson Family Dentistry of Vermillion.
You are self-motivated, accountable, and eager to learn new skills, we'd love to talk to you about a rock star career. Masaba in Vermillion is hiring full and part-time manufacturing positions for the rock industry. Masaba provides comprehensive training in a clean, safe, and state-of-the-art facility. Masaba offers competitive wages, a fun and interesting work environment and culture. Join our team of rock stars. Visit masabainc.com to learn more.
And there will not be individual player introductions. They have introduced the cheerleaders for Lennox. And they're introducing the umpires. So we're getting ready for the national anthem here as we prepare for this DAC 12 tilt of the Lennox Orioles and the Vermillion Tanagers. So we are getting ready for the national anthem, so we will step away and let you hear the national anthem. That was the national anthem, played by, what do they call themselves? The Pride of Vermillion, the best pep band in South Dakota. I know other pep bands are probably going to say, hey, what about us? But Vermillion's got a good one. So we're going to have we haven't had the coin flip or anything yet, so let's take a 2-minute timeout, and we'll be back with kickoff for Lennox and Vermillion here on ESPN Radio 101.5 AM 1570 KVTK, KVTK.com, and Vermillion streaming on YouTube.
Midwest Ready Mix Equipment is your locally owned and operated ready mix company. Their specialty, 6x6 front discharge mixer trucks that allows for better placement of concrete and ease of use. Midwest Ready Mix Equipment offers the highest quality of concrete products and aggregates, and also a full-service dealer for low-gun equipment featuring telehandlers, excavators, and ASB track skid loaders for purchase or rent. Midwest Ready Mix Equipment, East Highway 50, Vermillion.
Your crew is craving Pizza Ranch? It's easy to order online at pizzaranch.com. Online ordering makes it fast and easy to order craveable crispy ranch chicken or build your favorite pizza exactly how you like it. And now, for even more convenience, place your favorite order with just one tap. So when you're craving pizza or the country's best chicken, go to pizzaranch.com and start your order. For craveable food and convenient online ordering, there's so much to love at Pizza Ranch.
The Perks card from Pump and Pack? Well, guess what? There's an addition, not just a card, it's an app. The Pump and Perks app and the Pump and Perks card from Pump and Pack, Vermillion. Just go to their Facebook page, Pump and Pack, and scan the QR code and you're in. Or go to the store, Pump and Pack, and get the card. Then download the app. Each one does the same thing. Like give you 5 cents off per gallon every day, except for Sunday, it's doubled with the Perks card from Pump and Pack, Vermillion.
So we're back. Vermillion has won the toss, elected to receive. The captains out there tonight for Vermillion. Number 34, senior Jackson Heine. Number 60, had it here. Number 60, senior Wyatt Morse, the offensive lineman. And number 62, the senior center, Michael Neighbor. So Vermillion will receive. So we'll see who they put back. As always, they usually put back Zone Robinson, and it looks like he will be going back by himself. And kicking off for Lennox looks like sophomore Wyatt Bolt, number 15. So here we go. Not much of a run-up for Bolt. And so it is an onside kick, and that is fielded there at the 48-yard line for Vermillion, fielded there by Braden Bickett, and he brings it back across to the 47-yard line of Lennox. Wow, you wonder. Just wonder if they don't have really good kickoff game. But we'll see. But Vermillion begins in enemy territory already. So Hayden Christofferson will bring him to the line. And if they do like they did last week, they will shift back. But he is under center right now. And here comes the shift. Peterson in motion to the left. So 3 receivers left. Zone Robinson right. Oh, and here's a pitch, and that is tipped by Lennox, and so that'll be recovered by Vermillion, by Ryan Chapman, back on the 45-yard line. Now, the unfortunate thing with that is because it wasn't a forward pass, it wasn't incomplete. It was considered a fumble. So, unfortunately, Ryan Chapman loses, technically, 8 yards on his very first carry. So Christofferson back in the shotgun. 3 receivers left. Zone Robinson, ISO'd right. Chapman picks up the blitz, but is unable to pick it up cleanly. And now all of a sudden, and that took off Christofferson's helmet with that hit. So Christofferson loses 8. So all of a sudden it is third and 26. And Vermillion will take their first time out. So we'll be back in 1 minute on ESPN Radio 101.5 AM 1570 KVTK, KVTK.com, and Vermillion streaming on YouTube. We are 1 minute in, and Vermillion has lost 16 yards.
Welcome to Runnings in Vermillion. Shop their great lineup of clothes for women. Names like Ariat and Carhartt for men. Boots and shoes and kids' clothing. Runnings has a large supply of animal food and accessories. Love the outdoors? See the selection of ammo, firearms, and fishing equipment. For everything you need, walk through the doors at Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store, Vermillion.
Schumacher in Vermillion is a full-service service center. Schumacher LLC.
And we're back. So 3rd down and 26, Christofferson. And that is going to be a false start. So no, it was not Christofferson out there. It was Sean Doan. I wonder if Christofferson got his bell rung a little bit. But that is another 5-yard penalty. That'll take him back to the 32-yard line and make it 3rd and 31. So here's Doan back in shotgun, and they're going to call another false start. This will take him back to the 27-yard line. 3rd and 36. So here comes the squad to the line. Doan in shotgun. 3 receivers left, 2 receivers right. And here's Doan with the throw over the middle and zone. Robinson wasn't looking, miscommunication. You're going to get that with the backup quarterback. So, 4th. And what did I say, 37? Yeah, 36. So, Vermillion, Christofferson's in there. Christofferson's also the punter. And that kick straight ahead, gets across midfield, gets to the 40, takes a nice little run and is picked up there. And that is picked up. Oh, nice tackle. Is that Connor Peterson? Yeah, beautiful tackle by Connor Peterson. So that was a 6-yard loss on that run back by Ashton Bach. You have to wonder, next time Vermillion punts, will he be Bach? I've been told I'm my own best audience. It's good that nobody can give me feedback. Of course, if you want to give me feedback about my jokes, you can comment on Vermillion Streaming on YouTube. You make a comment, maybe you'll get on air. Give me your real name, not your code name, because like I'm the Chucker. Nobody's gonna know who the Chucker is. All right, here's the snap. Swing pass to the left, and that's about a 5-yard gain. And that was to number 6, Chase Folds. They're giving it a gain of 4, so 2nd and 6. And here's a run straight ahead. Wow. That's a 14-yard run for number 14, Tristan Butler. So that is a 1st down. So here's Boston Katzer. And he is going to be sacked. He's going to be sacked for a 9-yard loss. I couldn't see who quite made the sack. No, Bryce Voss, and that is his 2nd sack of the season. Bryce Voss. Might as well just call him Hoss. He is going to be a beast out there. Remember that name, Bryce Voss. I'm predicting him for all conference. So Katzer back. High snap, handoff. And here goes Butler. Butler down the left side to the 25, down to the 20-yard line. That was a 37-yard run for a 1st down for Butler. That's a 51 yards on two plays for Tristan Butler. 9:07 to go here in the first quarter. Katzer back, Butler behind him in the eye. Handoff to Butler. Spins off of contact, gains a yard. There we go. Keep him to a yard for every carry from now on, and we'll be fine. We'll be fine. We appreciate those of you watching on Vermillion streaming and listening on ESPN Radio 101.5 AM 1570 and KVTK. Again, if you want, we'd love for you to comment. Tell us where you're watching or listening. Go to Vermillion streaming, and there's a snap, handoff to Butler, and he eludes one tackle, but that is a gain of 4. Still fairly respectable after those first 2 carries. You'll take that as positive action there. So we're down to 8 minutes left here in the first quarter. No score. Vermillion started off with the ball at the 47-yard line of Lennox and proceeded to go back 26 yards. And here's the snap. Butler again. And he's going straight ahead. He is going to be close to a first down. I think he might be short, though. Nope, they're giving him the first down. So a gain of 5 gives him a first down. That's his 3rd first down carry. And number 75 for Lennox is hobbling off. We'll see if that becomes an issue, but that's Journey Noisy Hawk Ellis, the junior offensive and defensive lineman for Lennox. So we're up to 98 viewers on Vermillion streaming. Let's get that to 100. You know, let's get that up to 100. Oh, bad snap, but Katzer picks it up, and he is eluding tackles, but Voss picks him up after 5 yards. So Katzer makes something out of nothing, but boy, Bryce Voss, he is going to be a defensive player to watch. And Voss is just a sophomore. Imagine getting more meat on him and more size. Oh, he's going to be an animal. So here's Katzer back in the shotgun. Butler behind him. One receiver left, one receiver right. Another high snap. Katzer grabs it, but he is taken down for a 3-yard loss. Looks like Connor Peterson and Braden Bickett on the tackle. So Katzer with a 3-yard loss. So that brings up 3rd down and goal. They need 8 yards. Katzer gets the signal from the sidelines. Here's the snap. Looks. That blitz is picked up. Here's a high lofting pass. No good. Oh, no. They're going to throw a flag. They're going to call pass interference, but it was not. I am sorry. That was not pass interference. But that'll give them an automatic first down. A horrible call. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but that'll be half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down, I believe. Maybe not. Maybe it's still 3rd. At least that's what the linesman says. So here's the snap, the handoff. No, Katzer keeps it. He eludes Voss, but he is met at the goal line. Actually for a gain of about 1, and that'll bring up 4th down. 4th down, 1 yard to go, maybe a yard and a half. Voss almost had Katzer in the backfield. And you're going to hear that name Voss a lot. I know I've already said it, but I'll be a broken record. So here's Katzer in the shotgun. Number 23, Corbin Hanneman in the backfield. And they're faking to Hanneman. Here's Katzer looking, and here's a pass across, and that is a touchdown. That's a touchdown pass to Porter Enan. So a 2-yard touchdown pass to number 3, Porter Enan. Let's see if they... does look like they're going to go for 2. That's what they did every time against Chamberlain. So Katzer gets the snap, throws it, and that is Incomplete. 2-point conversion is no good. So that'll remain 6-0. So 5:48 to go here in the first quarter. Lennox 6, Vermillion nothing. We'll be back in 1 minute on ESPN Radio 101.5 AM 1570 KVTK, KVTK.com, and Vermillion streaming on YouTube.
Sherco in Vermillion is a full-service service center. Sherco LLC is an industry-leading supplier of tarp systems to the transportation industry and is located in Vermillion, South Dakota. Sherco Vermillion supports their customers in the agricultural, construction, waste, and flatbed market. Become a part of the Sherco team. Go to sure-co.com, about us/careers. Demand the best. Demand Sherco.
Visit our sleep experts at the Yankton Slumberland. With over 50 mattresses to choose from, we carry every price, free financing options, and the most trusted brands in the nation like Stearns & Foster, Sealy, and Tempur-Pedic. Snoring or lower back pain tormenting you? Seek relief with an adjustable power base. Fall asleep faster and cooler with our sheets and pillow selection. With a 120-night sleep trial, you can't make a mistake. See us today at the Yankton Slumberland, 2401 Broadway.
We're back. Kicking off for Lennox is Wyatt Bolt, back deep for Vermillion. Zone Robinson. And here's another squib. Oh, and it's mishandled. And did Vermillion get her or Lennox? Vermillion, Lennox. And they're going to unwrap the pile at the 45 of Vermillion. And that will stay with Vermillion. Looks like number 21, Landon Cerny, with the recovery on that one. Boy, that bounced around a lot. So right now, 5:34 to go here in the first quarter. Vermillion trails Lennox 6-0. Lennox was aided by what I view as a disputable pass interference call. So Christofferson brings him to the line. Now he's back in shotgun, and that ball is batted down. You know what I should do, Jen, is plug in my computer so it doesn't die on me. All right, Christofferson brings him back to the line. Braden Bickett to the left. Zone Robinson to the right. Ryan Chapman in the backfield. Zone Robinson wide right. Cody Peterson is to the left. Now Ryan Chapman now to the right. And handoff to Chapman, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, but he bulls his way ahead for a 2-yard gain. Nice bit of running for Ryan Chapman for a gain of 3, and that was all Chapman, all Chapman. So it's now 3rd down and 7. From the Vermillion 48, Christofferson brings him to the line in the shotgun. Ryan Chapman to his right in the backfield. Zone Robinson isolated right. 3 receivers left. And Christofferson keeps it, and he will make it to the 50, so he'll gain 2. So that will make it 4th and 5, and I assume Vermillion will punt. With 4:28 to go, Lennox leads. 4:28 to go in the first quarter. Lennox leads 6-0. And really, after those first 2 big runs by Lennox, by Butler, they really clamped down. It wasn't anything too big. And here's Christofferson. Looks like they're going to go for it. 3 receivers left, 1 receiver right. Christofferson back over the middle of the zone, and he has a first down after a 10-yard gain at the 40-yard line. and they're going to give him 11 yards. Excellent. So that is enough for a Tanager. First down. So now Vermillion is in Lennox territory for the second time today. They were only in it for one play on their first drive, and then they lost 8 yards, and we're back at the 45. So Christofferson, empty backfield. 3 receivers left. 1 receiver and 2 receivers right. Here's a blitz to zone. Zone with a 7-8-yard grab gets down to the 32-yard line. That'll be a 7-yard grab for zone. No, it was a gain of 7. PA guy said gain of 6. Oh, they really did mark. Well, no, they're going to get, it's 3. It's 7. So Christofferson comes back in with the play from the sidelines. Vermillion moving the ball. They definitely we did not see this in the first drive at all. So we're seeing 3 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Christofferson isolated in the backfield. Calls for the ball, and that is complete to Zone Robinson. 20, 10, 5. Oh, down at the 1-yard line. A 31-yard pass play for a first down. An eyelash away from a touchdown. Oh, they are getting Zone Robinson into this. They have seen something. The offensive coordinator has seen something that they're going with the empty backfield and the 5 receiver set. And Lennox has not compensated yet. These quick passes to Zone Robinson are just eating Lennox alive, and I am loving every minute of it. Now Ryan Chapman to the left of Christofferson in the backfield. 2 receivers right. Yeah, now they're doing their switch thing. Christofferson comes up. So 3 receivers left, and Christofferson, and that is the first touchdown of the season for the Vermillion Tanagers. And the Tanagers have tied it up on a 1-yard run by Hayden Christofferson for the first touchdown of the season for the Vermillion Tanagers to tie it up at 6. Roll damn Tanagers. You've got a good feeling about this game right now. You really do. So right now, Vermillion lines up for the extra point. Raleigh French is the kicker, the junior. Christofferson the holder. Ball will be on the 10-yard line when he places it. Here's the snap. Oh, bad snap. Oh, no, no, no. So we are going to remain tied at 6. We'll be back with Vermillion and Lennox tied at 6 with 2:13 to go in the first quarter in 1 minute on ESPN Radio 101.5, AM 1570 KVTK, KVTK.com, and Vermillion streaming on YouTube.
Safe means you're sort of protecting yourself. My mom and dad told me how to be safe. It's like super duper important. Hold a grown-up's hands. Put a helmet on because you might hurt your head super duper bad.
Protect their future by protecting yours with your local State Farm agent, Dick Sunday.
Get the finest wood in the neighborhood. Down at the lumberyard. Down at the lumberyard.
But it's not just wood at the lumberyard. With a wide variety of quality building materials, the folks at the lumberyard can help you with all of your project needs. Whether it be paint, siding, cabinets, windows, or of course lumber, the lumberyard is ready to help. The best wood in the neighborhood at the lumberyard, 1000 West Cherry Street in Vermillion.
We are back at the Dakota Dome, where Vermillion has scored their first touchdown of the season to tie the score at 6. Raleigh French to kick off. Back deep for Lennox is Corbin. Hanneman. French addresses the ball, and here's the kick. High, comes down at about the 20. Picked up there by number 9, Ashton Bach, and he is taken down at the 34-yard line. About a 14-yard return. So Lennox will take over at the 34-yard line. So Katzer back in the shotgun. Is it Hanneman? Oh, and that ball, that's been a theme, and that ball is dropped and hit, and Corbin Hanneman picks it up for a 4-yard loss. Yeah, so Cameron Bottleson, a freshman defensive end, with the tackle for a loss. So now it's 2nd and 14. Cats are back. Looks like Hanneman in there. I don't know if Butler got hurt. We haven't seen Butler lately. And here's a deep pass by Katzer over the middle to Enan. Oh, Enan is unable to come down with it. That'll make it 3rd and 14. Again, Porter Enan, the USD basketball commit. Good size, good hands. Surprised he didn't come down with that, but so with 1:14 to go, 3rd and 14, Cats are back, and he is getting rushed, and he is going to be sacked. Or they're going to call it a fumble, or they're going to call it an incomplete pass. Oh, they're going to call it an incomplete pass. You've got to call grounding on that then. If you're going to say that's a pass, that is grounding because that was nowhere near an eligible receiver. So he was either sacked for a 5-yard loss or that is intentional grounding. Either way, essentially a 5-yard loss and loss of down. Yes, and they're going to call intentional grounding. You're going to see that yellow flag light up your screen on Vermillion streaming. Yes, intentional grounding. I need glasses, new glasses, and I could see it from up here, so. Oh, I forgot, that is so that is back to the 20-yard line. So technically it is 4th and 24. Back to punt is Enan. Here's the kick. Hits at the 45. Zone Robinson picks it up and advances at 3 yards, and he is leveled. But Vermillion will take over at their own 43-yard line with a chance to take their first lead of the season with 56 seconds to go here in the first quarter. If you're Vermillion, you have to feel pretty positive so far. Remember, this is a Lennox team that's receiving votes. Now, when I say receiving votes, it's by the media. So it's people like me. So take those media prep polls with a grain of salt, especially this early in the season. But 56 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Obviously, we have the whole second quarter, so you don't need to worry about rushing. Christofferson up to the line. He's now back. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Chapman in the backfield. Here's a quick pass, and that is intercepted. And that was thrown right to Tate Gertis, and he will return it all the way for a touchdown. That will make it 12-6 with 45 seconds to go. And that quick pass, he threw it right to him. That I don't even know how much that was even miscommunication. So Tate Gertis with a pick 6 to put Vermillion up, or Lennox up 112-6 if you're looking at the scoreboard right now. There we go. There we go. So they will, of course, go for 2. Now Butler is in the backfield behind Katzer. Here's a handoff to Butler straight up the middle, and he will fall short. He will fall short. So with 43 seconds to go, in the first quarter, Lennox will kick off to Vermillion, now leading 12-6. We'll be back in 1 minute on ESPN Radio 101.5 AM 1570 KVTK, KVTK.com, and Vermillion streaming on YouTube.
You ready to start a career with an exciting team? Thermobond is looking to add to our team of experts. We offer competitive wages, a positive work environment, and on-the-job training. Thermobond is headquartered in Elk Point, South Dakota, and for over 30 years we've been providing lightweight and precast solutions for multiple industries nationwide. Check us out and see if you'd like to start a new career with us today.
Todd's Electric, your full-service electrical contracting company. Todd's Electric services residential, commercial, agricultural, and industrial customers. From the simplest service call to the most complex design build project, Todd's Electric has the expertise to do it right. Call Todd's Electric for all your electrical needs. Todd's Electric, helping you control all things electric. Except for lightning. Todd's Electric. Go Tanagers!
We are back, and Wyatt Bolt, number 15, will be back to kick off for the third time, and this one goes relatively deep down to the 15 to zone up to the 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, cuts back, not to the 55, he's at the 42-yard line, it looks like. Nope, they're going to mark him at the 41, so that is a 39-yard kickoff return for Zone Robinson. So now for the third time, Vermillion is in Lennox territory. Now, one thing I've seen, Hayden Christopherson looks maybe like he was shaken up just a little bit on that kickoff return. We'll have to keep an eye out on that. So 31 seconds here in the first quarter. Looks like maybe Zone was shaken up just a little bit, or maybe a little winded. So at the 41-yard line, 31 seconds to go, Hayden Christopherson brings him to the line, and our scoreboard operator here on the one end still has it 112-6. So 3 receivers right, 1 receiver left, Chapman in the backfield with Christopherson to his left. And here's a quick pass, and that is to Braden. Nope, that one is to Elijah Lara. So that was a gain of 1 for Elijah Lara. Has 8 seconds, 7. They might just let this clock run out, regroup, and start the second quarter fresh. So, after 1, Lennox leads Vermillion by a score of 12-6. We'll be back in 1 minute on ESPN Radio 101.5, AM 1570 KVTK, KVTK.com, and Vermillion streaming on YouTube.
Last week, a guy walked into the UPS store in Vermillion. He did not notice the copiers, the printers, the mailboxes, the banners, the posters, not even the business and shipping supplies. It was like he had blinders on. Hi, this is Jay with the UPS store in Vermillion. Many people don't see everything we have to offer when they stop by the UPS store to ship their packages. They miss all the things we have, like printing, designing. We even offer notary services here at the UPS store, located on Cherry Street in Vermillion.
In a situation like this, the first thing you do, of course, is make sure everybody's okay. And then you're thinking, you better call your insurance person. No, just call Justin. At Vermillion Auto Works, you see Justin handles all the insurance claims and gives free quotes. Not everybody does the free quote thing anymore, you know. So call Justin at Vermillion Auto Works. He'll take care of the situation. Carrying WeatherTech, Rough Country, and Tuxedo. Vermillion Auto Works.
Back here for the start of the second quarter, so 12 minutes left in the second quarter. Vermillion at the 40-yard line of Lennox. It is 2nd and 9. Christopherson in the shotgun. Chapman to his left in the backfield. 3 receivers left, 1 receiver right. Quick pass over to Rohrig, and he'll gain 6. So a gain of 6. That'll make it 3rd and 3 from the 34-yard line of Lennox. 30 seconds gone here in the second quarter. As Christopherson, in his usual shotgun, 3 receivers right, 2 receivers left in Chapman and Robinson. And here's the snap. Quick pass to the left to Robinson. Gets it at the 30. That should be a first down. Should be a gain of about 4. That's 60 passing yards on the game compared to 72 all last week for Christofferson. So a much better, crisper start. Zone Robinson had 8 yards in last week's game. He has 53 already tonight, so a much better Zone Robinson-esque game. So Christofferson in the backfield, shotgun, 3 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Here's the snap, and he avoids a rush, and he's going to run, and he will, he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. So 10:24 remaining in the second quarter and counting. Lennox leads Vermillion by a score of 12-6. By the time they get it snapped, it'll be under 10 minutes to go here in the second quarter. The huddle breaks. Christofferson isolated in the shotgun. 4 receivers bunched up left. 1 receiver isolated right. Now we separate. Chapman in the backfield. Zone Robinson isolated left. 3 receivers right. Here's the snap to Christofferson. Hand off to Chapman, and he will have no gain as well. So that'll make it 3rd and 10 from the 30-yard line for Vermillion. I'm not sure what kind of leg French has for field goals, but you definitely want to get closer than this. This is almost 50 yards from here. So I do believe this is 4-down territory, so they don't have to get it all right here. But hey, if they want to make it easy on themselves and get it all right here, I'm cool with that, honestly. And Vermillion will call a timeout. So we'll take a timeout as well here on ESPN Radio 101.5 AM 1570 KVTK, where with 9:01 remaining in the second quarter, Vermillion trails Lennox 12-6. We'll be right back.
Vermillion Medical Clinic has an ongoing mission to provide areas with quality health care and convenient access to medical professionals. Our patients at Vermillion Medical Clinic value our dedicated primary care physicians, compassionate PAs, and consistently scheduled outreach specialty care. If you have health questions, need a screening, or have medical concerns for yourself or family members, call us for an appointment or visit VermillionMedicalClinic.com. So much care, so close to home.
If you're looking for the perfect fit, Vermillion Vision Care Associates fits like the right pair of glasses. Vision Care Associates has its roots in family eye care, and the doctors are well known for being primary eye care providers. With the ability to treat and diagnose a variety of settings, Vermillion Vision Care Associates is the right fit for you. Plus, they can fit you into a new pair of glasses, sunglasses, or contacts that feel just right. With continuing education, see the best doctors at Vermillion Vision Care Associates.
So 3rd down and 10, bad snap, but there should be a face mask. You've got to call a face mask, and they did not. They did not call face mask on the sack, a loss of 6. If you remember the Kansas State-Nebraska game where Eric Crouch was looking backwards in that play on that non-called face mask, this was that. So with 8:34 to go, it'll be 4th and 16. Does look like the offense is going to stay out there. Not much gained in a punt, unless you could pooch it and try to get it out to 15. But even then, it's not. Might as well take the chance. So 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Chapman in the backfield with Christofferson. 8:11 to go here in the second quarter. Christofferson back to pass, and he is going to be sacked back at the 45-yard line. That is a loss of 9. So Lennox will take over on downs with 8:02 to go here in the second quarter. So that offense of Lennox's that had 400 yards in their last game, has .66 so far this game. So dead ball penalty, delay a game, takes the ball back to the 37-yard line, or 39, brings it up 1st and 15 with 8:02 to go here in the second quarter. So for Lennox, they're in their white uniforms, black numbers and letters with orange trim, Vermillion white pants, red jerseys with white numbers and trim. Here's the handoff to Hanneman, and Hanneman bowls ahead for, looks like about 9 yards for Hanneman. Boy, the PA guy just insists on being a yard different than me. So that will bring up 2nd and 6 for Lennox from their own 47, 48-ish yard line. Katzer is back. Swing pass over to Folds, and Folds is taken down after a gain of about 3. So that'll be 3rd down and 3 with 7:12 and counting here in the second quarter. Swing pass, there's a penalty flag, and that'll be for no gain. That was completed to number 43, Trey Gertis, and the penalty is on Lennox. And that was a false start, so really shouldn't have even been a play. So that'll make it 3rd and 8. So 6:59 to go. Here's the snap to Katzer. Katzer over the middle to Enan. Caught at the 35, at the 30. He is down at the 25 for a 1st down. That's a 55-yard play. Or 35-yard play. What was I thinking? Trey Gertis, completed pass for a 2-yard gain. So Katzer brings him to the line. Hanneman in the backfield in the eye. Here's the handoff to Hanneman straight ahead. He's gets down to about the 16-yard line. For a gain of 7. That'll make it 3rd and 1 for the Tanagers. So 5:54 to go here in the second quarter. Katzer in shotgun. Hanneman lined up in the eye. 2 receivers right. Enan isolated left. And Lennox is going to call a timeout. So we'll take a timeout as well, a 30-second timeout here on ESPN Radio, 101.5 AM, 1570 KVTK, and Vermillion streaming on YouTube.
Federal Credit Union, we believe in giving back to the community that supports us. That's why our employees make it a priority to volunteer their time and talents to make a difference. Whether it's improving local causes, fighting hunger, or supporting our local zoo, our team is dedicated to making a positive impact in the lives of those around us. We're more than just a financial institution. We're a part of the community, working together to make it a better place for everyone. Your community, your credit union. Voyage Federal Credit Union.
So 3rd and 1, Katzer lined up in shotgun, Hanneman in the eye. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. 5:42 to go here in the second. Here's the shotgun snap, and he's being rushed, and that is intercepted! Intercepted! Is that Braden Bickett? And he is tackled at the 48-yard line. Braden Bickett with an interception. That is so good. That should have been you were going to call for an intentional grounding, but then Braden Bickett with the interception. Beautiful play, beautiful run back. So Vermillion takes over at their own 49-yard line with 5:30 to go here in the second quarter. Vermillion would love to punch one in to tie this game. So Christofferson back in the shotgun. Robinson, Peterson, and Rorik isolated right. Two receivers isolated left. And here's a quick pass. Oh, and kind of fell between Bickett and Chapman. That'll be second down as it falls incomplete. 5:27 to go here in the second quarter. Mayor B, Mayor B. I don't know if anybody's ever watched Family Guy. That was something, I don't know why that went through my head, but that's okay. So 5:27 to go. Christofferson in the backfield. Two receivers left, three receivers right. Oh, and there's a blitz, and Christofferson takes off, and he'll gain 6. He'll gain 6 to make it 3rd and 4. Nice decision by Christofferson. Saw the blitz coming from his left, took off, saw a hole to the right, and just went straight ahead. No indecision there. And that's what you've seen, a real maturation of this sophomore in Christofferson. A lot of great players on this team that are sophomores. You look at Voss, you look at Christofferson, you look at Chapman, Elijah Lara. There's a lot of talent that's going to be in Vermillion for a couple more years. So exactly 5 minutes to go. 3rd and 4. There was a, I don't know if it was an injured player for Vermillion, but it was Trey Gertis for Vermillion, for Lennox, sorry. So Christofferson with 3 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Here's Christofferson waiting for the handoff, 3rd and 4. Waiting for the snap, and that is over the middle to Peterson. And that is ahead that's a 10-yard gain for Peterson. Connor Peterson with his first catch of the night. That's 10 yards, and that's a Vermillion first down. So 4:41 to go. So that pass falls incomplete from the 35. That'll be 2nd and 10. So right now I have Christofferson at 7 of 11 for the evening. So with 4:16 to go, it is 2nd and 10 for Vermillion from the Lennox 35. Christofferson. Here's the switch zone. Robinson isolated left, 3 receivers right, Chapman to the right. And here's the spread, and that is a gain of 9 for Christofferson. Boy, 9.5. Are they they're going to give him the first down. That was a gain of 10. 10 yards for Christofferson. And if he is able to utilize his feet as well as he has been tonight, it's going to really throw the Lennox defense off kilter, because he's been able to put in together some nice runs. So with 4:02, Vermillion's at the 25-yard line of Lennox, trailing 12-6. So Chapman is to the right of Christofferson. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Here's the snap. Oh, that one was almost picked off, but that is incomplete. So 2nd and 10 from the 25-yard line. So that stops the clock with 3:48 to go. Just as a score update, Yankton leads Spearfish with 10:25 to go in the second, 21-0. Here's the snap from Christofferson, and boy, planned run on that spread option, and that is a 2-yard. Nope, they're going to call him for a 1-yard loss. That'll bring up 3rd and 11. So with 3:19 and counting, Christofferson with Chapman in the backfield, 1 receiver left, 3 right. Here's Christofferson, looks to throw on the sideline, and that is incomplete. No pass interference called there, so that'll stop the clock with 3:06. It's 4th and 11 from the 26. Again, I don't know French's leg, but I have to assume that Vermillion's going to go for it. And is that going to be a timeout? Yep, timeout Lennox. So timeout Lennox with 3:06 to go. So we'll be back in 30 seconds on ESPN Radio 101.5 AM 1570 KVTK and KVTK.com.
Worse than having to spend all day at the laundromat. A lot of them are hot, sticky, and smell bad. In Vermillion, you want to avoid that situation. Yuck. Eastgate Maytag Laundry is super clean and open 24 hours a day. Eastgate has super giant 60-pound washers and giant 70-pound dryers to make your wash day fly by. Eastgate is also located near many local restaurants if you want to grab a quick bite. Next time your laundry is piled up, pile into Eastgate Maytag Laundry, located next to Jimmy John's on Cherry Street in Vermillion.
The first bank in South Dakota was the easy part, earning the confidence of local farmers, helping families account for their dreams, and securing the future for countless businesses took us a little longer. We owe it to the hard workers, big dreamers, and forward thinkers out there. Thank you for making South Dakota a great place to call home.
4th and 11, Christofferson in the shotgun. 3 receivers left, 1 receiver right. Chapman in the backfield, and that is offsides. So with 3:06 remaining, it is now 4th and 6 for Vermillion from the 21-yard line instead of the 26-yard line. So Vermillion will take their final timeout of the half. So with Lennox leading 12-6 and 3:06 remaining on the clock, we'll take another timeout. Nah, let's just leave it here. We're going to keep it here. So right now, Lennox leads 12-6. Let's take a look at some scores from around the state on our Vermillion Medical Clinic around the state. So Vermillion comes out at the 20-yard line, or at the 21-yard line. And here's the snap to Christofferson. And he is pressured. Here's the pass, and that is going to be incomplete. And it will go back over on downs. to Lennox at the 21-yard line. So Lennox is taking over. Okay, just a moment. So with 1:03 remaining, it's now 4th down and 15 for Lennox. And Lennox is calling a timeout. That'll be their second timeout of the game. So they're on their 33-yard line with 54 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Lennox leads Vermillion by a score of 12-6. We'll be back in 30 seconds on ESPN Radio 1015 AM 1570 KVTK and KVTK.com, and Vermillion streaming on YouTube.
Fight the wait when your furnace and AC needs repair by joining Larry's Heating and Cooling, Comfort Care, and Elite Care Club. Larry's Comfort Care Club features seasonal maintenance discounts on service and no overtime charges. Larry's Elite Club includes seasonal maintenance, free parts, free labor, free service calls, and both mean you are in front of the line for service. Call Larry's Heating and Cooling and sign up for the Comfort Care or Elite Care Club. Larry's Heating and Cooling, Yankton and Vermillion.
Here we go, and here's the punt by Enan. Back deep, Zone Robinson gets it at his 33-yard line. Goes to his left, he's at the 40, 45, he's at the 50, and he is out of bounds. And they are going to call a blindside block on Vermillion. They're going to call a blindside block on number 34, Jackson Heine. So Zone Robinson picked it up 38-yard line, brought it back to the 50. Jackson Heine had a they're going to call a personal foul. Crackback blindside block against Vermillion. That'll take it from the 50. That's going to take it back to the 34-yard line of Vermillion. So essentially, about 2 yards from where Zone Robinson picked up the punt. So Hayden Christopherson is back, isolated in the shotgun. Here's the snap, and he is pressured, and he'll be hit back at the 31 for a gain or a loss of 3. .28 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Lennox still leads 12-6. Christopherson back. Ryan Chapman to his right. Zone Robinson, isolated right. 3 receivers left. Here's the snap. Handoff to Chapman, and he is going to be swarmed under for a loss of 1. So now they're back to the 30-yard line. And that will be the end of the first half, with Lennox leading Vermillion by a score of 12-6. We'll be back with some stats and from scores around the state in just a couple minutes here on ESPN Radio 101.5 AM 1570 KVTK, KVTK.com, and Vermillion streaming on YouTube.
Nice.
Maytag appreciates a compliment, but this Maytag washer isn't just eye candy.
Wow.
Inside, it's got the capacity and power to handle even the mightiest loads.
I love this.
Yeah, she's a beaut.
It's a he.
How do you know?
Don't worry about it.
Find Maytag products and the industry's best appliances at your local dealer. Murph's Appliance, downtown Vermillion.
Your invitation to thrive in Yankton, South Dakota. Nestled on the bluffs of the Missouri River, plenty of outdoor adventures are waiting. Whether you work remote or in a traditional office, we have a spot for you. Quality healthcare, diverse manufacturing, progressive school system, Mount Marty University, and so much more. Explore with family and friends. Let's thrive together.
If you're considering a new roof, you want to put your roof in the hands of Dave's Roofing. Dave's Roofing specializes in residential roofing and has over 10 years of experience. Dave's Roofing covers any job from a 60 to 80 mile radius of Sioux City and has a 10-man crew that completes most jobs in one day. Dave's Roofing will make sure the cleanup job is done right afterwards too. And the products installed are impact rated and eligible for homeowners insurance discounts. Look up Dave's Roofing on Facebook and check out the work that's been done and customer testimonials.
Olson, owner of Blaine's Body Shop in Vermillion. I grew up here, graduated here, and now have a business here. I'm proud to serve the community that has helped me live this dream. I have top-notch equipment, the latest in training, along with a work ethic and the desire to serve you. Should you need repairs in the future, please remember Blaine's Body Shop across from Polaris on the Highway 50 bypass in Vermillion.
Blaine's Body Shop. Automotive collision repair.
Now online at blainesbodyshop.com.
Welcome back. Welcome back to the University of South Dakota, the South Dakota Coyotes home field, H. Lauren Lewis Field in the Dakota Dome. But we are here for the Vermillion Tanagers, who, at the end of the first half, trail Lennox by a score of 12-6. Let's first take a look at scores from around the state, brought to you by our Vermillion Medical Clinic. Here on our Carlson's Body Shop halftime show. So scores from around the state. As we mentioned earlier today on 5-Star Streaming, Zach Spear and Liz Marshall brought you Marion Freeman Academy as they defeated Avon 52-18. Remember, Marion Freeman Academy, they were receiving votes in 9AA action. Avon was ranked 3rd in 9B. In 11A action, Tri-Valley currently leads Custer 38-0. Dakota Valley leads Chamberlain 35-7 with 6 minutes left in the second. That Tri-Valley Custer game's at the half. Madison leads Millbank. Millbank is who Vermillion will play next week. That is a score of 20-13 with 6 minutes left in the second. And Hot Springs defeated Lakota Tech 61-6. Sioux Falls Christian leads West Central 3-0 at the end of the first half. And Del Rapids leads Belle Fourche at half 39-0. And finally Canton leads Beersford 42-0 at the end of the half. So this is probably by a good margin one of the closer games in 11A. You can also look at that Sioux Falls Christian West Central game. In 11 AAA or 11 AA, right now over on our sister station, Classic Hits 106.3 and 5-star streaming, Yankton leads Spearfish with 9 minutes left in the first, 21-7. T Area leads Aberdeen Central with 1 minute left in the second, 14-7. Sturgis Brown over Mitchell, 24-0 with 1 minute left to go in the first half. Pierre is ahead of Brookings, 42-0 with 33 minutes left in the second. And Watertown over Huron, 26-7 with 7 minutes left in the fourth. In other area games of note, Trip Delmont Armor and East Central Dakota Christian trails Mount Vernon Plankinton 18-0 at the end of the first half. Winner leads Webster area 30-8 with under 1 minute left to go in the second. Elk Point Jefferson trails Sioux Valley in that number 3 versus number 2 matchup 7-3 at the half. Parker leads Flandreau 20-0 with 2 minutes left to go in the first. Scotland Menno trails Miller Highmore Herald 8-0 with 7 minutes left to go in the first. In 9-man action in the area, we already gave you Freeman Academy, but Parkston leads Woolsey Wessington 28-0 with 9 minutes left in the second. Bonhomme leads Elkton Lake Benton 14-13 at the half. Canastota and Viborg Hurley leads Viborg Hurley 8-7 with 7 minutes left to go in the second. Platte Geddes over Gregory 30-8 with 1 minute left to go in the second. In other 9-man action, Corsica Stickney leads Oldham Ramona Rutland 46-0 with 4 minutes left to go in the second. Centerville over Irene Wakanda 24-0 with under 1 minute left to go in the first. Alcester Hudson has taken it to Burke 42-0 with 2 minutes left to go in the second. And again, Marion Freeman Academy defeated Avon 52-18. And that should do it for area games of note. We'll be back after these messages on ESPN Radio 101.5 AM 1570 KVTK, KVTK.com, and Vermillion streaming on YouTube.
Need a new set of tires? Look to Carlson's Body Shop in Beersford. How about some accessories like WeatherTech floor mats, access roll-up truck covers, bed liners, remote car starters, and thousands of other products. Hey, you can look at everything at your convenience online too at carlsonsbodyshop.com. No wonder the song says,
Bring it down to Carlson's Body Shop, your complete car care center.
Clay County Abstract and Title Company has a complex job that boils down to something very simple, helping you purchase your dream with confidence. When investing in a new home, a new site for your business, or piece of property, you want peace of mind that the property is truly yours. Clay County Abstract and Title Company has been doing just that since 1946. Clay County Abstract and Title Company, proud supporters of Vermillion activities and proud to be a part of your dreams come true.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new home for your family, you want to sell your existing home, or you're a student looking to rent an apartment, Dakota Realty and Property Management can fit your needs. Being locally owned and with over 150 years of combined experience, they are the experts at helping you find your new home. Go to Dakota Realty and Property Management because they like what they do. Dakota Realty is a proud supporter of Vermillion Athletics. Dakota Realty and Property Management, located at 125 East Cherry Street, Vermillion.
Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too for future employment. No experience necessary. We will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook.
Interior technicians.
I'm ready for my big role, Jerry.
What do you mean?
You said I'd be in your next 30 commercials.
No. I said Intech has over 30 years of commercial cleaning experience. You know, like offices, so they can ensure happy visitors and a healthy workforce.
So the shoot's in an office? I can make that work.
Oh my goodness. When you need it clean, call the Intech team.
Knutson Family Dentistry in Vermillion, they strive to provide the highest quality patient-centered dental care in a friendly, relaxing atmosphere. Knutson Family Dentistry works hard to provide the best cosmetic, general, and emergency dental treatment in the area. With over 50 years of combined dental experience, the latest dental technology, and a professional and compassionate staff, they're your top choice for dental care. Call for an appointment at 605-857-8008. Knutson Family Dentistry of Vermillion.
Welcome back to the Dakota Dome in Vermillion, South Dakota, where here at H. Lauren Lewis Field at the half, Lennox leads Vermillion 12-6. Not great offensive numbers for either team. First, let's look at Lennox. Lennox, who had almost 400 yards of total offense last week, is really being held down. Let me see. I just want to make sure how many yards they had last week. Yeah, they had over 400. They had 428 yards last week in total offense. Right now, Lennox stands at 121 yards of offense, 75 rushing, 46 passing. Leading rusher is Butler with 61, followed by Hanneman with 11, and Katzer with 3. Katzer has 46 yards passing on, I have him down 5 of 7, but he also threw an interception to Braden Bickett. For Vermillion, rushing total, negative 14 yards for Vermillion. Passing, Christofferson has 70 yards passing, which almost equals his total from last week, for a total of 56 yards in total offense for this Vermillion Tanager team. What you're going to have to see is Vermillion really seemed to find some success with those quick passes, empty backfield, 5 receiver sets, and we'll see if they do more of that. The unfortunate thing is when you get closer to the end zone and everything becomes a little more compact, it's more difficult. It's more difficult for them to use that spread set. So and that seems to be when they've been bogging down just a little bit. They've been at the 30 and 35 yard line of Lennox multiple times. They just have not been able to get it tucked in. And remember, the one touchdown was a pick 6. So Vermillion has only given up 1 touchdown to Lennox defensively. So we're going to be back with the second half here as part of our Carlson's Body Shop halftime show from Vermillion, where Lennox leads Vermillion 12-6.
You are self-motivated, accountable, and eager to learn new skills. We'd love to talk to you about a rock star career. Masaba in Vermillion is hiring full and part-time manufacturing positions for the rock industry. Masaba provides comprehensive training in a clean, safe, and state-of-the-art facility. Masaba offers competitive wages, a fun and interesting work environment and culture. Join our team of rock stars. Visit masabainc.com to learn more.
Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment is your locally owned and operated ready mix company. Their specialty, 6x6 front discharge mixer trucks that allows for better placement of concrete and ease of use. Midwest Ready Mix Equipment offers the highest quality of concrete products and aggregates, and also a full-service dealer for Logon equipment featuring telehandlers, excavators, and ASV track skid loaders for purchase or rent. Midwest Ready Mix Equipment, East Highway 50, Vermillion.
Your crew is craving Pizza Ranch? It's easy to order online at pizzaranch.com. Online ordering makes it fast and easy to order craveable crispy ranch chicken or build your favorite pizza exactly how you like it. And now, for even more convenience, place your favorite order with just one tap. So when you're craving pizza or the country's best chicken, go to pizzaranch.com and start your order. For craveable food and convenient online ordering, there's so much to love at Pizza Ranch.
Back here for the second half of Lennox and Vermillion. Lennox leads 12-6. As we went through, has not been a dominant performance. Lennox's offense has been able to move the ball, but they have been getting bogged down. This Vermillion defense has stopped them when they needed to. And so it's been a bend but don't break defense. Of the 12 points, Vermillion's defense has only given up one touchdown. Now Lennox will start with the ball. Vermillion will be kicking off, as Vermillion won the toss and elected to receive. Actually received what looked like an onside kick and started at the 47-yard line and then proceeded to lose 8 yards, then 8 yards, then 5 and 5. So it the very first drive was not great for Vermillion. Just an update on 5-star streaming and Classic Hits 106.3. The Yankton Bucks lead Spearfish 21-13 now, with 2 minutes and counting in the second quarter. So we're getting ready for the teams to take the field here. Well, they just reset the clock. They put it to 2:38, but these teams seem ready to go. But like I said, Ryan Chapman, after his 88-yard performance last week, has -6 yards on 4 carries in the first half. Hayden Christopherson has -8 yards on 10 carries. A few sacks in there. He did have a nice 10-yard run for a first down. So Christopherson started really showing that maturation process in his decision making, as he decided to tuck and run a number of times. So it will be interesting to see how Lennox comes out on offense, because their offense really stagnated there in the last part of the first quarter and the entire second quarter. They really didn't have much going for them at all. So, but they did put time back on the clock. And so let's take a look at some more scores from around the state. Let's look at AAA and 11A, AA, sorry. As we take a look at scores from around the state, earlier today in 11 AAA, O'Gorman defeated Sioux Falls Roosevelt by a score of 77-20. Now at half, Sioux Falls Washington leading number 2 Sioux Falls Jefferson by a score of 14-0. Now remember, that Sioux Falls Jefferson team is the one that beat Harrisburg in overtime. So that's what knocked Harrisburg out of that second ranking in 11 AAA from last week. So we'll see. 11 AAA could be the Wild West this year. In 11 AA, Watertown leads Huron with 7 minutes left to go in the fourth, 26-7. Pierre leads Brookings 49-0 at half. Sturgis Brown leads Mitchell 24-0 at half. Yankton leads Spearfish 21-13 with 1:05 to go in the first half. And T Area leads Aberdeen Central 14-7 at the half. In 11B, Groton Area over Dakota Hills 42-0 with 1 minute left to go in the half. Tri-Valley defeated Custer 45-7. Mount Vernon Plankinton over Tripp Delmont Armor ACDC 18-0. Winner over Webster Area 30-8. Bridgewater Emory Ethan over Clark Willow Lake 14-7. St. Thomas More over Rapid City Christian 14-7. Sioux Valley currently leads Elk Point Jefferson at the half 7-3. And Parker leads Flandreau 20-0. Both teams are now coming out, lining up for the kickoff. Again, Raleigh French does the kicking for Vermillion. Back deep for Lennox is Corbin Hanneman. Flanked on either side by Ashton Bach and Chase Folds. Here's French, approaches the ball. Here's the kick, and that'll come down at about the 22-yard line to Bach. Bach slips a tackle down the left side. He's to the 50, and he's going to be tackled there by Vermillion. By number 23, Caleb Lara. So that ball was returned from the 21-yard line. A 31-yard return for Lennox. So Lennox opens this drive at the 48-yard line of Vermillion. And that's where they'll take over. Here's a quick swing pass to Bach, and Bach is taken down after a 2-yard gain. So 30 seconds into this first quarter, Katzer in the shotgun, Hanneman in the backfield, 3 receivers left, 1 right. Here's the handoff to Hanneman. And there's a flag on the field after a gain of, looks like 4, gain of 4, but we'll see if this ball gets called back. It's a false start on Lennox. So that'll make it 2nd and 13. So with 11:13 to go here in the third quarter, it's 2nd and 13 for Lennox. They're back in their own field position. Here's the shotgun, high snap, gets over his head, and French is back there, and he almost had him, and here's a throw, and that is completed to Bach, and Bach is out of bounds at the 42-yard line. So what ends up being maybe that ends up being about an 8-yard gain to Bach, but it could have been a 20-some-yard loss. But French was unable to contain Katzer. So Katzer now 3rd down and 4, 3rd down and 5, is in the shotgun. Hanneman behind him. Here's the snap. And that was a fake. Oh, Bickett almost had him. Heine dusts him, and oh, it is dropped. Dropped by Chase Folds. He was going to have a touchdown, and I think he knew it, so incomplete. That'll be 4th down from the 43-yard line now of Vermillion. You have to expect Lennox to go for it here. Again, not much benefit from a punt, especially with the way these offenses have been running right now. So 4th and 5. Katzer back in the shotgun, looking to pass. And that is Voss for the tackle. Will he be short? Will he be short? It all depends on the mark. They gave him the first down? No. Yes. They're going to give him the first down without even measuring. Oh, so frustrating. So 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Here's the snap. Handoff to Hanneman. And he will bull ahead for 2 yards. So that'll make it 2nd and 8. So 9:38 to go. Lennox leads Vermillion 12-6 here in the third quarter from the Dakota Dome. Neither offense has been working well. Lennox started this drive with the ball in Vermillion territory, went back and forth, and timeout, Lennox. So with 9:23 to go, Lennox leads 12-6. They've a timeout, 2nd and 8 We'll be back in 1 minute on ESPN Radio 101.5 AM 1570 KVTK and Vermillion streaming on YouTube.
The Perks card from Pump and Pack? Well, guess what? There's an addition, not just a card, it's an app. The Pump and Perks app and the Pump and Perks card from Pump and Pack, Vermillion. Just go to their Facebook page, Pump and Pack, and scan the QR code and you're in. Or go to the store, Pump and Pack, and get the card. Then download the app. Each one does the same thing. Like give you 5 cents off per gallon every day, except for Sunday, it's doubled with the Perks card from Pump and Pack, Vermillion.
Coming out of that timeout, 9:23 to go. Lennox 2nd and 8, 2nd and 9. Here's the snap to Katzer. Katzer hands off to Hanneman. Hanneman straight up the middle, and he is met there by a group of Tanagers for maybe a yard, and that will definitely make it 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8 from the Vermillion 36-yard line. Probably 2 down territory again. So Katzer gets the signal from the sideline. Two receivers right, 2 receivers left. Hanneman in the backfield with Katzer in the shotgun. Here's the snap, looks left. He's going to throw, and that is complete to Enan. Enan at the 25 is tackled right there. Boy, he needed 8. He got 11, it looks like. So that'll be a first down for Lennox at the 24-yard line of Vermillion with 8:25 to go here in the 3rd quarter. So 3 receivers left, 1 receiver right, Hanneman in the backfield. Here's the snap and the keeper by Katzer. Katzer tries to get outside, unable to get real far, gains of probably about 4. And we're under 8 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. So without a huddle, they get the signal from the sideline. Katzer and Hanneman in the backfield. 2 left, 2 right. Handoff to Hanneman, straight up the middle. And he gets probably 3. So it's going to be 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2.5. Again, 4 down territory. So 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Here's the snap, quick swing pass, and he is gonna. No, I don't think he's gonna get it. No, they 2 wildly different marks between the. And they are going to give it to him again. So that'll be 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line after a 3-yard gain. So 1st and 10 from the 14. Here's the snap, swing pass over to Folds, and he is going to be out of bounds. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line. 13-yard gain to Folds for a first down. So 1st and goal for Lennox from the 1. As Katzer brings this team to the line. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Here's the snap, looks to pass, looks to run, and he's going to be sacked. And he's going to be sacked by French back at the 9-yard line for an 8-yard loss for Katzer. Best tackle I've ever seen by a kicker. Here's the snap, handoff to Hanneman, and he slips one tackle, but he gets ahead to about the 7. So maybe a gain of 2 for Hanneman. This Vermillion defense is tightening, and they haven't really given up big plays, just enough. And both of those first downs I thought should have been measured, but they didn't. And it does appear with 2 seconds, Yankton has just scored in the first half. Here's a snap to Katzer, swing pass over to Bach, and Bach is down at the 4-yard line. And that'll make it 4th and goal from the 4-yard line after that 3-yard pass play to Bach. Yankton has just scored a touchdown to go ahead 27-13 at the end of the first half. They'll be kicking with no time left on the game, but there was a flag. Does look like it's going to be called back. So here comes Katzer, bringing the team to the line. 4th and 4. This is huge for this Vermillion defense. Here's the snap. And he's going to be sacked! He's going to be sacked back at the 15-yard line! And that was Braden Bickett. Braden Bickett, interception earlier, sack now. Braden Bickett might be your player of the game at this moment. So back at the 14-yard line, sorry, I thought it was the 15, but at the 14-yard line, they sack Boston Katzer to keep that Lennox lead held at 12-6, and Vermillion will take over on downs. Hayden Christopherson brings this team back out with 5:10 to go here in the third quarter. And Christopherson under center. We'll expect a shift here. Ryan Chapman to the backfield. 3 receivers right, 1 receiver left. Here's the snap and the pitch. Chapman, and he's going to get a yard. Chapman will get 1 yard. So that'll make it 2nd and 9. So Christopherson brings the play in from the line. 4:42 to go here in the third quarter. Late defensive switch for Lennox. Christopherson alone in the backfield. Quick snap, quick throw, and that is incomplete. That'll make it 3rd and 9. So 4:24, clock stops with the incompletion. So 3 receivers left, 1 receiver right. Chapman in the backfield. Here's the snap and the throw. And Zone Robinson on the sideline at the 30-yard line for a gain of 16 yards to Zone Robinson. That gives him 69 yards on the night. 86 yards for Chapman, or for Christopherson. So 4:17 to go here in the third quarter. Did they call a penalty? "15-yard personal foul. So now it's at the 45-yard line. And just like that, from looking down the barrel of a gun at their own 14 and 3rd and 10, it's now 1st and 10 from their own 45. So 3 receivers left, 1 right, empty backfield, now 2 right. Christopherson calls for the ball. Here's the snap. Quick throw to Chapman. Chapman at the 50. That's a 5-yard gain. And that is Chapman's first reception of the night. So with under 4 minutes to go, Vermillion comes to the line at midfield. And again, it's the third quarter. So they don't need to rush. They don't need to press. They can just play their game. So 2 receivers to the left, 3 receivers split right. Christofferson alone in the backfield. Here's the snap. And Christofferson's going to take off. He is going to be a yard short of the first down. Christofferson gained 4 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 1 at the 46-yard line of Lennox. So as the clock continues to run, 3:15 and counting here in the third quarter, Vermillion has some real momentum. I think this might be the most established drive they've had of the night. So this will be 3 receivers left. Chapman in the backfield to the right of Christofferson. 1 receiver on the right. Here's Christofferson, and he is going to get the first down. And he is going to be out of bounds at the 43-yard line, a gain of 3 yards for Christofferson. And a first down. Christofferson showing those legs, showing that running ability that's going to make him dangerous. Because it's not just the running ability. He was shedding tackles. He was bullying defenders to get that first down. He knew where he needed to get, and he got there. So now with the ball at the 43-yard line, 2:45 to go here in the third quarter. Vermillion comes to the line. Lennox is starting to look a little tired out there. They're bringing in different personnel, but the ones running in, running on, or running slowly. Here's the snap. Christofferson looks to his left. Here's the throw. Oh, and that is incomplete. And Peterson wanted pass interference. No such luck. So that'll stop the clock with 2:27 to go here in the third quarter. Again, Lennox leads Vermillion 12-6, 2:27 to go. Ball on the 43-yard line of Lennox. So zone Robinson, isolated left. 3 receivers right with Chapman to the right of Christofferson in the backfield. Here's the snap and the throw to zone. And that is a gain of, looks like about 6. And zone was kind of thrown to the ground. He looks like he might be a little shaken up after that pass. 6 yards. So I believe with the official timeout, zone has to come off for a play. So 3rd and 4 with 2:10 to go here in the third quarter. Vermillion driving. Christofferson comes on with the play. And the clock starts. Under 2 minutes to go when this ball gets snapped. Chapman in the backfield to the left of Christofferson. Rohrig coming split left. 3 receivers split right. Christofferson waiting for the snap. Here we go. Fake handoff to Chapman. Christofferson straight ahead, and he will have the first down. Needed 3, got 3 and a 1/10. And so that'll be a first down for Christofferson. So now 1st and 10 for Vermillion from the 33-yard line. As Christofferson comes back onto the field, he gets his plays. He comes over to the sidelines to get the plays. No signals. So when I say he's coming back on the field, that's from his sideline conversation with his coach. So 3 receivers right, 1 receiver left. Chapman to the left of Christofferson. Quick snap, and that is caught by Braden Bickett at the 30 for a gain of 4. So they have him for a gain of 4, gain of 3, 2nd and 7. So here comes Christofferson. So he'll be in the backfield with Chapman. 3 receivers right. Zone Robinson, isolated left. And they're going to call a false start with 28 seconds to go. So that'll put the ball back on the 35-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 12 for Vermillion with 25 seconds to go. We'll see if Vermillion tries to get a snap off. They still need to have the conversation. They come to the line, 16, 15, 14. Shotgun for Christofferson. Chapman to his right, 3 receivers left. Zone Robinson isolated right. And they're going to try. They're going to try to get zone. And there is a flag! There is a flag! Zone knew it. The official on the hash marks didn't call it, but the receiver on the umpire on the sideline did. So yes, defensive pass interference. That should be an automatic first down. Here with no time left in the third quarter. That'll put the ball on the 20-yard line for a first down when we come back for the fourth quarter of Lennox, where Lennox leads Vermillion 12-6, 12 minutes to go here in Vermillion. We'll be back on ESPN Radio 101.5 AM 1570 and Vermillion streaming on YouTube.
Welcome to Runnings in Vermillion. Shop their great lineup of clothes for women. Names like Ariat and Carhartt for men. Boots and shoes and kids' clothing. Runnings has a large supply of animal food.
So they will they'll play one untimed down here in the third quarter with no time left on the clock. So 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. 1st and 10 from the 20. Christofferson back in the backfield. Chapman was to his right, and Christofferson with a planned run. Wow, he should have been probably caught for a 3-yard loss. Got back to the line of scrimmage for no gain, and that will end the third quarter. So Lennox 12, Vermillion 6, 12 minutes to go. We'll be back in 1 minute on ESPN Radio 101.5 AM 1570 KVTK and KVTK.com and Vermillion streaming on YouTube.
Welcome to Runnings in Vermillion. Shop their great lineup of clothes for women. Names like Ariat and Carhartt for men. Boots and shoes and kids' clothing. Runnings has a large supply of animal food and accessories. Love the outdoors? See the selection of ammo, firearms, and fishing equipment. For everything you need, walk through the doors at Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store, Vermillion.
Sherco in Vermillion is a full-service service center. Sherco LLC is an industry-leading supplier of tarp systems to the transportation industry and is located in Vermillion, South Dakota. Sherco Vermillion supports their customers in the agricultural, construction, waste, and flatbed markets. Become a part of the Sherco team. Go to sure-co.com, about us/careers. Demand the best. Demand Sherco.
And we're back here for the fourth quarter where Vermillion trails Lennox 12-6, but they're driving. They're at the 20-yard line. Christofferson, nice spin move. Oh, and that pass is batted down. So that'll make it 3rd and 10 from the Lennox 20-yard line. So 11:56 to go here in the fourth quarter. It's 3rd and 10 from the 20-yard line. Christofferson brings the play in from the sidelines. So zone Robinson isolated left. Chapman to the right of Christofferson. 3 receivers right. Bad snap. Are they going to say Christofferson was down? Oh, no. So that will make it 4th and 15 on the 5-yard loss. So timeout Vermillion. So with 11:52 to go here in the 4th quarter, Vermillion is on the 25-yard line of Lennox, but it's 4th and 15. And this drive showed so much promise, but suddenly has bogged down with a run for no gain, a batted down pass, and then a bad snap that led to Christofferson being down after a loss of 5 yards. But if you're Vermillion, obviously French doesn't have the kicking leg that they trust, because they haven't tried to do anything. And the thing is, this would be a 42-yard field goal, and it's a pretty good distance. So you don't really lose anything by not punting, because you're not going to gain much. So Christofferson in the shotgun, Chapman to his right, Zone Robinson isolated left, and 3 receivers right. You almost just wonder if you run a post pattern to the corner. Here's Christofferson. Deep to zone, and that is going to be overthrown. And Lennox will take over on downs with 11:46 to go here in the 4th quarter. They had my idea, just could not quite execute, unfortunately. So ball on the 25-yard line for Lennox with 11:46 to go. Now Lennox, their offense hasn't done too much. They had a great first drive in that 3rd quarter, but Vermillion was able to bend but not break. Katzer in the, okay, yeah, Butler took off early, so that's a false start. So it'll be 1st and 15 from the 20 now. So 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right, both stacked. And then Butler is met in the backfield, but will bull ahead for a gain of about a yard. That tackle was made by number 65, Cameron Bottleson, the freshman. So 11:23 to go, 2nd and 13 from the 22-yard line. Katzer is back, and he is pressured, and he is down. He is down. He was sacked by Raleigh French, and he is back at the 16-yard line. Now they're giving it to him at the 17. So that is that's 8 yards. 3rd and 18 now. So 3rd down and 18. Looks like an official timeout of some sort. Official pointing at something. And that is timeout Lennox, so we'll be back with 10:44 to go in the 4th quarter. Lennox leads Vermillion 12-6 with a 3rd and 18 coming up. We'll be back on ESPN Radio 101.5 AM 1570 and Vermillion streaming on YouTube.
Safe means you're sort of protecting yourself. My mom and dad told me how to be safe. It's like super duper important. Hold a grown-up's hands. Put a helmet on because you might hurt your head super duper bad.
Protect their future by protecting yours with your local State Farm agent, Dick Sunday.
Get the finest wood in the neighborhood down at the lumber
it's not just wood at the Lumberyard. With a wide variety of quality building materials, the folks at the Lumberyard can help you with all of your project needs. Whether it be paint, siding, cabinets, windows, or of course lumber, the Lumberyard is ready to help. The best wood in the neighborhood at the Lumberyard, 1000 West Cherry Street in Vermillion.
We're back. 3rd and 18 for this Lennox Orioles team with 10:44 to go in the fourth quarter, leading Vermillion 12-6. Cats are back. Butler in the backfield with him. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Here's the snap, and he is pressured. And he is pressured by Gary Merkwan. Looks like Merkwan. Nope, Bottleson again. So he was tackled back at the 12-yard line. So that's going to make it 4th and 23 now. So yeah, definitely a punting situation, which should put Vermillion in pretty good territory. Back deep, Zone Robinson and Elijah Lara. Nope, Elijah Lara's kind of coming up then, in case they try to run a play, I think. So Porter Enan, the USD basketball commit, is the punter. Punts it from his goal line. It's high, but it's short. That's going to hit at the 40-yard line, hit to the 45. Makes it to about the 47-yard line. So Vermillion, with 9:39 to go, will take over on the Lennox 47-yard line. Only trailing 12-6. Let's see if Vermillion can punch it in. This game's been exciting, but not well played. Well, I shouldn't say not well played, maybe not well executed. The offenses have looked a little discombobulated. So Christofferson in the shotgun. You have 3 receivers, two receivers right, 2 receivers left. Chapman to the right of Christofferson in the backfield. Here's the snap. Christofferson steps up. He's going to run up the middle, and he's going to gain about 5 yards. And there's going to be a flag. I think they're going to say helmet to helmet. They're going to say targeting, helmet to helmet, after a 5-yard gain by Christofferson. Because Christofferson was being held up with that final. Yes, personal foul. Shot to the head. So that'll take it from the 42 down to the 27-yard line. Yes. So now it'll be 1st and 10 for Vermillion from the 27-yard line. So now with 9:32 to go here in the fourth quarter in the game, Vermillion is at Lennox's 27-yard line, trailing 12-6. They've been knocking on the door. They've been in this general 10 to 15-yard area 3 to 4 times before. So now Christofferson in the backfield, Chapman to his left, 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Chapman calls for the snap and just decides to run, and he will lose about 3 yards. And any of those of you listening, if you're in the Yankton area tomorrow, the Old Roads Music Festival starts at about 12:30, maybe 1 o'clock. Goes until midnight or later, featuring Augie Birch, Ted Nallis Miller, but the piece de resistance, the final member of the lineup, Flatfoot 56. We've been playing them the last few days on Classic Hits 106.3. I think you'll enjoy it. So Christofferson in the backfield, Chapman to his right. Christofferson to pass, and makes the pass to Zone Robinson. He lost the ball, but it was obviously after he'd gotten slammed to the ground. So that was a gain of 7. So that'll make it 3rd and 5. So 3rd and 5, Christofferson bringing the play in. .7:55 and counting here in the fourth quarter. Christofferson with Chapman to his left. 3 receivers right. Zone Robinson, isolated left. Snap is low and to the left, but here's the pass over the head of Zone Robinson. An accurate pass gets a first down, possibly gets a touchdown there. So Christofferson, when he's watching the film, he's going to wish he had that one back. That does stop the clock with 7:42 to go here in the fourth quarter. We have 166 of you watching. We want to thank you so much. So 7:42 here in the fourth quarter. Christofferson takes the snap, looks left, and that is intercepted. Intercepted by Lucas Bonci. It was fourth down anyhow. They weren't getting the first down on that pass. So by virtue of the interception, Lennox takes over at the 28-yard line. Or no, their own 23-yard line. So that has to be frustrating for Christofferson. So 7:35 to go here in the fourth quarter. Lennox leads 12-6. They take over on their own 23-yard line. Katzer is back, hands off to Hanneman. And Hanneman bowls ahead for a gain of about, looks like a gain of 7. Nope, gain of 6. Gain of 6 for Hanneman. Makes it 2nd and 4. Here's the handoff to Hanneman. Hanneman straight ahead, and he's at the 40. Made one man miss. He's at the 50, 40, 35, 30, and he is down to the 26-yard line of Vermillion. It's a gain of 44 yards for Hanneman. The longest play of the night. Here's the snap, and Hanneman is wrapped up right away. And that was by Bottleson. So loss of 1, half a yard maybe. So from the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10 with 6:25 and counting to go. Lennox leads 12-6. They're driving. Vermillion's defense needs to hold. Here's the snap. And Katzer keeps it, and he will lose a yard. So that'll make it 3rd and 11 from the 27-yard line. Under 6 minutes to go. Katzer brings in the play from the sidelines. 2 receivers left, 1 right, 1 H-back, and 1 in the I. Katzer with the fake and throws over the middle. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Tell you, Chase Folds fell. He still almost caught it, but he did not. So that will make it 4th and 11 from the 27-yard line. Stops the clock with 5:29 to go here in the fourth quarter. Lennox has 1 timeout remaining. Vermillion has 2. And it looks like Lennox is taking their final timeout. So with 5:29 to go, Lennox leads 12-6. It's 4th and 11 from the 27. We'll be back in 1 minute on on ESPN Radio 101.5 AM 1570 KVTK and Vermillion streaming on YouTube.
You ready to start a career with an exciting team? Thermobond is looking to add to our team of experts. We offer competitive wages, a positive work environment, and on-the-job training. Thermobond is headquartered in Elk Point, South Dakota, and for over 30 years we've been providing lightweight and precast solutions for multiple industries nationwide. Check us out and see if you'd like to start a new career with us today.
Todd's Electric, your full-service electrical contracting company. Todd's Electric services residential, commercial, agricultural, and industrial customers. From the simplest service call to the most complex design build project, Todd's Electric has the expertise to do it right. Call Todd's Electric for all your electrical needs. Todd's Electric, helping you control all things electric. Except for lightning. Todd's Electric. Go Tanagers.
4th and 11, 5:29 to go. Katzer looking at the sidelines. And the play clock's not running. And there is a false start. So that will make it 4th and 16. And I can't think that was planned. I can't think they were just trying to draw them off, because it's not like you're going to punt now. You're still going to try to go for it. So now it's 4th and 16 from the 32-yard line. Katzer, 2 receivers left, 1 right, H-back and an I-back. Katzer looks deep, and that is no good. Incomplete. Enan probably could have been called for a push-off there, but they weren't. So Vermillion, with 5:25 to go, will take over on their own 32-yard line, needing a touchdown to tie. A touchdown and an extra point to take the lead. So Christofferson comes onto the field with the play. This is the time that Vermillion's offense needs to show up. So Christofferson in the backfield with Chapman. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Here's the snap, quick pass, and that is complete, and that will be an 8-yard gain over to Braden Bickett. So Vermillion huddles. Breaks huddle. Christofferson, Chapman in the backfield. 3 receivers left. Rohrig split right. 4:49 to go. Lennox leads 12-6. Swing pass to Zone Robinson, and he will get the first down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 5. So that's another first down. So 4:40 on the clock. Vermillion has the ball at their own 43-yard line. They break huddle, and Christofferson, as usual, in the shotgun. Chapman to his right. Zone Robinson, ISO'd left. 3 receivers right. Here's the snap. Here's the pass to Peterson, and Peterson dropped it. I mentioned it in the pregame. Peterson had 2 big drops in that game against Dakota Valley. He needs to make sure he's securing it, then looking ahead. I know the ideal thing is you want to be able to make that football move to miss, but it does you no good if you don't have the ball. So that'll stop the clock with 4:08. And the thing is, Peterson's a good player. He will learn from this. You know, he will make those adjustments. I mean, and this is a very young team. There aren't too many seniors that you talk about on this team. So Christofferson in the shotgun, Chapman to his left, 3 receivers left, Zone Robinson right. Here's the snap. And Christopherson, and he is sacked. He is tripped up after a loss of 6. Nope, they're going to give him a loss of 5. It's one of those where he should have probably made the decision quicker to take off when nothing was down there. 3:47 and counting. Vermillion has the ball at the 37-yard line. It's 3rd and 16 or 15. So Christopherson with Chapman to his left, 3 right, 1 left. Spin move, and they snuffed that out. And are they going to get... Not quite sure what the hullabaloo is on the sidelines. They're going to call it an incomplete pass. I'm a little surprised. If that was intentional grounding before, it's probably intentional grounding now. But this is now 4th down. And Vermillion will call a timeout. So with 3:18 to go, Vermillion has a 4th and 15 from their own 37. This could be the game. We'll be back on ESPN Radio 101.5 AM 1570 KVTK and Vermillion streaming on YouTube.
Last week, a guy walked into the UPS store in Vermillion. He did not notice the copiers, the printers, the mailboxes, the banners, the posters, not even the business and shipping supplies. It was like he had blinders on. Hi, this is Jay with the UPS store in Vermillion. Many people don't see everything we have to offer when they stop by the UPS store to ship their packages. They miss all the things we have, like printing, designing. We even offer notary services here at the UPS store, located on Cherry Street in Vermillion.
.318 to go here in the 4th quarter. We are back here at the Dakota Dome, H. Lauren Lewis Field, home of the South Dakota Coyotes and your Vermillion Tanagers. Christopherson in the backfield in the shotgun with Chapman. 4th and 15. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. What will they draw up? And here's Christopherson back to pass, getting pressured. Here's a pass, and it's caught. But there's a penalty flag. He'll be 3 yards short of the 1st down, but I'm not sure what the penalty flag is. Looks like it's going to be against Vermillion. Likely declined. Ineligible receiver downfield. Since they were short of the 1st down, I think they'll decline it. Now Vermillion has 1 timeout left to stop the clock, but once Lennox takes over, they'll be able to let that clock run for quite a bit. And as expected, Lennox will decline the penalty. They'll take over on downs at the 50-yard line. So with 3:12 to go here in the 4th quarter, Lennox leads Vermillion 12-6. Lennox with no timeouts, Vermillion with 1 timeout. Lennox has the ball at the 50. I expect him just to run. Here's the handoff to Hanneman, and Hanneman is met for no gain. So under 3 minutes to go now. 2nd and 10 from the 50-yard line. Katzer in the shotgun, 1 receiver right, 1 receiver left. Big line play. Hanneman in the backfield. Handoff straight up the middle, and Hanneman will get back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd straight, no gain, rush for no gain. timeout, Vermillion. We'll take that final timeout as well on ESPN Radio, 101.5 AM 1570 KVTK, and Vermillion streaming on YouTube.
In a situation like this, the first thing you do, of course, is make sure everybody's okay. And then you're thinking, you better call your insurance person. No, just call Justin. At Vermillion Auto Works, you see Justin handles all the insurance claims and gives free quotes. Not everybody does the free quote thing anymore, you know. So call Justin at Vermillion Auto Works. He'll take care of the situation. Carrying WeatherTech, Rough Country, and Tuxedo. Vermillion Auto Works.
Vermillion Medical Clinic has an ongoing mission to provide areas with quality health care and convenient access to medical professionals. Our patients at Vermillion Medical Clinic value our dedicated primary care physicians, compassionate PAs, and consistently scheduled outreach specialty care. If you have health questions, need a screening, or have medical concerns for yourself or family members, call us for an appointment or visit VermillionMedicalClinic.com. So much care, so close to home.
We're back in Vermillion at the Dakota Dome. 3rd and 10. Oh, and Lennox got Vermillion to jump off sides. That'll make it 3rd and 5 from the Vermillion 45-yard line. With 2:25 to go here in the 4th quarter, Lennox leads 12-6. If they get this first down, this game is over. So 2:25 to go. Katzer back in shotgun, hands off to Hanneman, no, to Butler, and Butler gets no gain. So Vermillion will get the ball back, but they will get the ball back with about a minute and a half to go. Oh wait, no, that's well, yeah, but I mean, at this point, you almost might want to get those extra 20 yards punting when you're at the 45. But they're going to try to run a play, or at the very least, they're going to try to get Vermillion to jump off sides. Yeah. Because if you get a delay a game, you move back to the 50, it gives you a little chance to punt it a little bit differently. But yeah. So, yep, delay a game. That'll move it back to the 50. So a minute 37 to go in the 4th quarter. Zone Robinson will go back to field this punt. Porter Enan will go back to kick this punt. He'll be punting from about his own 38-yard line. Here's the snap, and it's, it was fumbled. It was picked up! Picked up! Oh, my God! Picked up by Cameron Bottleson, the freshman, and returned to the end zone for a Vermillion Tanager touchdown with a minute 26 to go. Do you believe in miracles? Sorry, Al Michaels. Sorry. Oh, my. Porter Enan mishandles the snap. He can't pick it up. Bottleson, Cameron Bottleson, the 5'9", 160-pound freshman, picks it up and takes it to the house for a touchdown. We are tied at 12 with a minute 26 to go. And here comes Raleigh French to kick that extra point. Has there been a bigger extra point in Raleigh French's career? I don't know. I'd hesitate to say so. So Christofferson will hold. French will kick. What a great time. And that is the second non-offensive touchdown of the game. Lennox scored one on a pick six off an interception. So both offenses have only scored one touchdown. So it really has evened the field. So Raleigh French with Christofferson at the 10, holding. French steps to his left, hikes up the pants, shakes out the nerves. Here's the snap and the kick. It is up and it is no good. No good, but there's a penalty flag. There is a penalty flag. Did they run into the kicker? Let's see what the penalty flag is. As of right now, it's no good. And it's a penalty on Lennox. So French, unlike the French, Raleigh French will not surrender. He will kick again. Christofferson. Now that was the second not great snap. The first time they tried to kick an extra point, the only reason they had 6 is because that ball was basically skipped to Christofferson and they couldn't even get the snap off or kickoff. This time they were able to get the kickoff, but it took Christofferson a little bit to gather the snap. So hopefully this one's a little bit better. Now this one shouldn't be at the 10-yard line. It should be half the distance, so it should be maybe from the 7. But, you know, honestly, depending on who it gives them a few extra yards. Exactly. They're still going to kick from the 10, but it gives them 2 extra yards that Lennox has to run to rush the kicker. Here we go. Minute 26 to go. Raleigh French going for an extra point. Here's the snap. Here's the kick. And that is blocked. Score remains 12-12. So, with a minute 26 to go, Vermillion 12, Lennox 12. Let's see what this minute 26 brings us. Whoa! Holy moly. Let's just keep it here. For those of you interested in the Yankton Bucks game, right now it does appear that the Bucks are leading 27, nope. 35-19 with a minute 39 to go in the third quarter. So the Bucks are hoping to start off 2-0, but there's a lot of football left to be played over there. I'm not quite sure why they're so far behind. So French will kick off for the Tanagers. Back deep will be Corbin Hanneman for the Lennox Orioles. So we might be looking at overtime. So here comes French. Addresses the ball. Here's the kick. And that is a deep one to Hanneman at the 8. He's at the 15, at the 20, at the 25, and he'll be taken down at the 28-yard line. So Lennox with a minute 21 has the ball at their own 27-yard line. Now the fact that they don't kick extra points leads me to believe that they don't have a kicking game. So they have to go 72.5 yards to end this game in regulation. Minute 21 to go. Here's the snap, and they're going to call a false start, I believe, on Lennox. That means they're going to have to go 77.5 yards to end this game in regulation. So, minute 20 to go here in the fourth quarter. Cats are back. I believe it's Butler in the backfield. Here's Katzer looking deep. Oh, and he overthrows Enan. Enan had a step on Zone Robinson, and if they connect, Enan could be gone. That could have been the game, but overthrows him by about 1.5 yards. So a minute 15 to go, 2nd and 15 from the 23-yard line. Katzer is back again. Two receivers left, one receiver right. H-back and an I-back. Here's the snap and the fumble snap. And he's going to heave it, and that's going to be out of bounds. That'll make it 3rd and 15 with 1:10 to go. Okay, now suddenly you're looking at, if you're Lennox, if you don't get it here, you punt. Because you are so far in your own end zone, you can't afford to give Vermillion that much field position. So all of a sudden, Vermillion could look at getting this back unless Lennox decides to run it and run that clock all the way down and then punt. Here's the snap and the handoff to Butler. Butler gets ahead. He'll make it to about the 32, 33-yard line. Does not get the first down, but that clock's going to run. So 48 seconds and counting. They're lined up for a play. They might just be trying to draw Vermillion off sides. Because if they don't make it, they're giving Vermillion the ball at the 33-yard line. Wow, they snapped it. And they're going to shoot, and Katzer gets out of it. Katzer gets a first down. 24 seconds, he's down to the 45, and he's out of bounds at the 42. With 21 seconds to go. How did he do that? All of a sudden, a 27-yard run for Katzer for a first down. All of a sudden, Lennox has the ball at the 43-yard line with 21 seconds to go. And now a first down. So Katzer in shotgun. Two receivers left, one right. Here's Katzer looking. Throwing deep. And overthrow. Oh, and they are going to call pass interference again. I don't understand that call on Lara. I believe that's Elijah Lara that they're going to call pass interference on. So the ball was at the 43. Now it's going to be a first down at the 27. With 15 seconds to go. But no timeouts for either team. Katzer back. Looks deep. Hits number 30 on the move. And with 9 seconds to go, Boston Katzer hits Drake Mickelson with a 27-yard touchdown pass. That pass interference was everything. So 8 seconds to go, and Lennox has just taken an 18-12 lead. They're going to go for two. Hand off to Butler, and he will not make it. So Lennox will kick off to Vermillion with 8 seconds to go. Here in the fourth quarter, Vermillion trails 18-12. What a tremendous swing. That 27-yard run of Katzer was just a throat punch. That pass interference did us no favors either. So 8 seconds to go in this fourth quarter, in this game. Lennox will be kicking off to Vermillion. We hope to have Coach O'Boyle after the game. He did not come up after Dakota Valley, but he usually came up after losses last year. So we will hopefully hear from Coach O'Boyle. But I tell you what, if you're a Husker fan, you know how this feels. We watched this happen last night, so it's hard to get over this big giant swing of emotions with a minute with the kind of punt return for a touchdown, the fumble return for a touchdown. But Bolt with the kickoff, kicks it deep to zone. We'll pick it up, and 3 seconds left. Vermillion will have one play. One play to try to get this touchdown. Oh, so the ball is at the 35-yard line. Christofferson brings the play in. 3 seconds to go. Lennox getting that super shell prevent defense going on. They'll have minimal rush. Christofferson takes the snap, looks to throw, and that ball is intercepted by Tate Gertis, and that'll be the game. Lennox defeats Vermillion by a score of 18-12. We'll be back with our First Dakota National Bank postgame show after these messages on ESPN Radio 101.5 AM 1570 KVTK, KVTK.com, and Vermillion streaming on YouTube.
If you're looking for the perfect fit, Vermillion Vision Care Associates fits like the right pair of glasses. Vision Care Associates has its roots in family eye care, and the doctors are well known for being primary eye care providers. With the ability to treat and diagnose a variety of settings, Vermillion Vision Care Associates is the right fit for you. Plus, they can fit you into a new pair of glasses, sunglasses, or contacts that feel just right. With continuing education, see the best doctors at Vermillion Vision Care Associates.
Federal Credit Union, we believe in giving back to the community that supports us. That's why our employees make it a priority to volunteer their time and talents to make a difference. Whether it's improving local causes, fighting hunger, or supporting our local zoo, our team is dedicated to making a positive impact in the lives of those around us. We're more than just a financial institution. We're a part of the community, working together to make it a better place for everyone. Your community, your credit union. Voyage Federal Credit Union.
Worse than having to spend all day at the laundromat. A lot of them are hot, sticky, and smell bad. In Vermillion, you want to avoid that situation. Yuck. Eastgate Maytag Laundry is super clean and open 24 hours a day. Eastgate has super giant 60-pound washers and giant 70-pound dryers to make your wash day fly by. Eastgate is also located near many local restaurants if you want to grab a quick bite. Next time your laundry is piled up, pile into Eastgate Maytag Laundry, located next to Jimmy John's on Cherry Street in Vermillion.
The first bank in South Dakota was the easy part, earning the confidence of local farmers, helping families account for their dreams, and securing the future for countless businesses took us a little longer. We owe it to the hard workers, big dreamers, and forward thinkers out there. Thank you for making South Dakota a great place to call home.
Pied Piper, the sign says it all. Flowers and gifts. The store is bustling with something new all the time. There are flowers for any occasion, weddings, anniversary, birthday, or just to say I love you. There's coffee, soups, dips, and sweets. Need to give someone a chuckle? The socks say it all. Home decor, candles, jewelry, memorial items are all found at your gift store of Pied Piper Flowers and Gifts, corner of 15th and Broadway in Yankton. You can also shop online, and best of all, we deliver to
the wait when your furnace and AC needs repair by joining Larry's Heating and Cooling, Comfort Care, and Elite Care Club. Larry's Comfort Care Club features seasonal maintenance discounts on service and no overtime charges. Larry's Elite Club includes seasonal maintenance, free parts, free labor, free service calls, and both mean you are in front of the line for service. Call Larry's Heating and Cooling and sign up for the Comfort Care or Elite Care Club. Larry's Heating and Cooling, Yankton and Vermillion.
Well, as we hear the song Closing Time, I know who I want to take me home, but don't tell them. That's a secret. Oh, here in Vermillion. Remember the old ABC Wide World of Sports? The thrill of victory, the agony of defeat. This had all of that in the last few minutes. It was 12-6 for the longest time. And then when really felt like there was no hope left, Porter Enan, the punter for Lennox, fumbled a snap, and Bottleson for Vermillion. Cameron Bottleson picked it up and brought it all the way back to score a touchdown. And the first punt, or the first field goal or extra point, was blocked, and then the second one was off after a penalty. Now it does look like Sean Doan is in a sling, so hopefully Sean's not too injured. Hopefully it's just precautionary. But as far as some stats for Lennox, let's look at their numbers first. They had 75 yards rushing in the first half, and they ended up with 47 in the second for a total of 132 yards. Or I'm sorry, 57 in the second half for a total of 132 yards rushing. They ended up with 113 yards passing for a total of 245 yards, far below that 400-yard mark that they reached against Chamberlain. Now, their offense wasn't really able to get anything going until the final drive, until that very last drive. And honestly, they didn't get much going then, except Katzer was able to eke out a run for 27 yards. They got a 15-yard pass interference penalty. So it was a frustrating drive along those lines. But if you're Vermillion, you have to look at these offensive numbers and just think, we could have done so much more. Now, obviously, this is going to be, Vermillion did better than Chamberlain because their rushing actually had positive yardage, and that's all thanks to Hayden Christofferson. But it was a net yardage of 8. They had 8 yards of rushing in this game. And then passing, they ended up with 121 yards of passing. So a total of 129 yards of offense for this, for the Vermillion Tanagers as they faced off with the Lennox Orioles. So we're going to look at some scores around the state. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be right back on ESPN Radio 101.5, AM 1570 KVTK, KVTK.com, and Vermillion streaming on YouTube.
Nice.
Maytag appreciates a compliment, but this Maytag washer isn't just eye candy.
Wow.
Inside, it's got the capacity and power to handle even the mightiest loads.
I love this.
Yeah, she's a beaut.
It's a he.
How do you know?
Don't worry about it.
Find Maytag products and the industry's best appliances at your local dealer. Murph's Appliance, downtown Vermillion.
All right, well, we are back. We have Coach O'Boyle with us here. Oh, I just said, anyone that remembers the wide world of sports and the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat, and that, boy, that pendulum swung in those last couple of minutes there. how do you deal with something like that as a coach?
Well, Mike, you stress the kids that you have to put yourself in a position to make plays. And we were pretty opportunistic. Defense, what a phenomenal second half. They played, took everything away. Pretty good offense. Well-coached team. Lennox is a good football team. I felt that our kids played much harder tonight than they did a week ago. And yet we're still doing things to ourselves to help opponents out. Michael, that falls squarely on my shoulders. Obviously, I need to do a much better job of having kids understand their assignments at the line of scrimmage, having kids understand their assignment in general in those game situations. And I thought this baby's going to turn. We'll start getting the obvious penalty that right now the other team seems to get with us. Certainly never going to blame an official because we have too many snaps and things we can do ourselves. But I'll tell you what, after I'm at a loss to explain a couple situations in the game tonight, but I'll watch film. But, tough one. This loss is gut punch. So, the sun will come up. We'll watch film, and we'll get ready for Millbank next week, which is going to be a tough road to travel up and play. Brian does a good job with their kids. So, it's just tough to see our kids lose in that manner and do things yourself. I need to be a better head football coach because in positions kids understand.
Well, and it is. But you can, even from game to game, like you said, seemed like there was harder play, tougher play. I thought there was even marked improvement in Hayden Christofferson, just in his quickness of his decision making, as far as to tuck it and run. That led to some pretty decent plays for Hayden.
Yeah, and Hayden's done that a couple weeks in a row. It's nice to see. He's a good player, and he's only going to get better, folks. He's only a sophomore, but he's a varsity football player, so you can say sophomore all you want. He's played 2 years at this level, so he took a beating. He stood in the pocket and threw some tough balls, and we didn't drop as many passes tonight. So there are things that improve. But you're judged by the wins and losses, and now you've made this a 7-game schedule, and you're 0-2. You understand that you cannot keep. When a team like Lennox kept trying to give us the game tonight, and we kept giving it back.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard, but we've got a great football staff, and those guys are good for kids, and they coach hard, and they do everything they can for them, and we love them to death, and we know that we'll bounce back, and we'll be even better next week.
Well, and I just had a couple of questions. It seemed like maybe there was an offensive philosophy change. This team seems really good against the run. I think Chamberlain had negative yards last week, and so at certain points you went with almost five wideouts, no empty backfield with Hayden, and it seemed like those quick slants were really working for you. Unfortunately, one ended up as a pick six.
And that's because the receiver was the line of scrimmage, didn't do his job. Quarterback did his job. We had the look we wanted. Go to the line of scrimmage, and you're not on the same page with the other 10, and that hurts.
And that has to be frustrating. And then even just you'd get some good movement and then get down to about that 25 to 35 yard line of Lennox, and just something would. I think that's kind of where you started defeating yourselves. It seems like then you get a penalty, and all of a sudden it's now 2nd and 15, and then you're fighting from behind, and it makes it tough. Are those just things that when you guys go and look at film, you'll kind of try to isolate some of those things for the players? Say,
oh, absolutely. The best teacher in the world is film. You expect a young man that's been in that situation before. You think through it, you coach through it, you talk through it. You have to do that. So there again, that's my job. Obviously, I'm not quite on the same page with these kids yet. This is good. We feel it's a really good football team, and we feel like we'll be in the thick of things at the end of this. But we can't be opportunity. This is a game we shouldn't have lost.
And it has to be frustrating, and you hope the kids take from it and learn from it. You mentioned Hayden's a sophomore. A lot of the names we were calling tonight, Bottleson, freshman, Christofferson, a sophomore, Chapman, a sophomore. There's a lot of youth on this team that's getting a lot of playing time, and does it feel like there's a lot of opportunity for growth within this season for them?
Always, yeah. Your growth should be every day at practice. You polish things for Friday night, but games really aren't where you grow. You grow at practice through situations, and so we'll continue to work that way. We'll stay positive with the kids, and we'll move forward.
Well, that sounds good. Well, we're on to Millbank. They are in overtime with Madison right now, 34-34. So we will see you in Millbank. Thank you so much, Coach. Really appreciate it.
Appreciate what you do.
Thank you. That was Coach Tom O'Boyle following a really tough loss to Lennox. So we're going to do a quick wrap around the state with our Vermillion Medical Clinic games from the state. As we just said, Millbank and Madison are tied at 34. They're in overtime. Other 11A games: Tri-Valley over Custer, 45-7. Dakota Valley over Chamberlain, 49-13. Hot Springs over Lakota Tech, 61-6. Lennox over Vermillion, 18-12. Del Rapids over Belle-Fourche, 39-13. West Central over Sioux Falls Christian, 14-6. And Canton over Beersford, 42-14. In 11 AA, give me just a moment here. Right now in Yankton, with 10 minutes to go, Yankton leads Spearfish 35-27. Watertown defeats Huron 32-13. Pierre defeats Brookings 49-0. Sturgis over Mitchell 38-6. And T area over Aberdeen 28-7. In 11 AAA, 77-20, O'Gorman beat Roosevelt. Jefferson and Washington are tied at 17. In 11B, Tri-Valley over Custer 45-17. Mount Vernon Plankinton won. Groton area won. Winner won. Bridgewater Emory Ethan won. St. Thomas More leads Rapid City Christian with 3 minutes left, 7-0. Sioux Valley over Elk Point Jefferson. The defending champs fall 20-11. Parker over Flandreau. Hot Springs over Lakota Tech. McCook Central Montrose won. Miller Highmore Herald over Scotland Menno with 2 minutes to go, 24-20. Dual won. Hill City defeated Lead Deadwood. Aberdeen Roncalli won. And in 9-man, as we mentioned earlier today, Freeman Marion Freeman Academy 52-18 over Avon. Well, after a tough loss like this, I think we'll just kind of call it good. And thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. We'll get you back on ESPN Radio, back to ESPN Radio. And on Vermillion Streaming, thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. And we will tell you good night, and we will be back with you next week. Well, Jen won't. I'll be here, and if one of you wants to run camera for me, let me know, and we will let you ride along with me. Should be a good time. Good time will be had by all, as they say. And we'll be in Millbank next week to bring you the Tanagers as they take on Millbank. For Jen Ashley, I'm Michael Schumacher on ESPN Radio 1015 AM 1570 KVTK, KVTK.com, and Vermillion streaming on YouTube. Thank you so much, and you have a great night.